We got 1, 2, 3 squares. Yo, yo, what's good, everybody? What up, YouTube? It's your boy Big Pat back here with my fucking cousin once again, JoJo. Tonight we got a special guest coming to you live via from where are you at to the sun?
Tucson, Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona. Hell yeah! It's a pleasure to have you on board, my friend. It's good to have another friend, another friendly face. And yo, hey guys, I got a question for you.
So,
You want to have a safety meeting?
safety meeting.
Of course. Safety man.
Cheers. So we're sitting here on another frigid night. It's cold as fuck outside. Decided to have another safety meeting. Talk about a nice combination of a variety of topics. Like every time we start a social or a safety meeting, we have a tendency to bring up the fact that the past couple of days have been a little crazy. Seems like every day it's constantly new shit happening all the time. And there's lots of different points to talk about. But before I go into any spiel, what do y'all got to say about how the past couple of days has went?
Cool. Go ahead, Joe. I'm gonna let you start off with that, man.
Well, you see the shit's going on in the fucking stock market? Trying to block out the average man from being able to buy anything. Only worrying about the rich people. You got Warren Buffett gave Biden a bunch of fucking money as, a donation to his campaign, only to turn around his first day in office. What does he do? Cut the pipeline for Warren Buffett to save him some money. Because Warren Buffett was about to lose millions if they made that pipeline. Not only do you got to move your railroad, not only do you got to move your railroad system, but this pipeline's going to steal your money because they can do something that you charge $40 a mile for, and they're going to charge $10 a mile. People don't see it, man.
Not buying it all.
Save your fucking money, people. Save your money. Every little dime you got, save that shit. Buy gold.
Especially now, you're seeing what it is now. It's like I'm thinking to myself, damn, all these years that I was already knowing that things like this were going to occur, and already having the knowledge of, damn, I should have put something in here in this market, should have did something and put it there, and now I'm looking at it all like it's about to collapse right in front of my face, and I'm like, damn, I ain't even get a chance to get my toes wet.
Exactly. Best bet, buy gold, buy silver, buy shit that doesn't, depreciate in value. Because one day, the American dollar ain't going to be worth a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
That day's coming soon.
But obviously, we already have a shortage on the coin, so I can already just say in my mind the best bet about how much gold they're gonna let you buy. Exactly. They ain't even letting you get coins. You can't even take a damn dollar in the store and ask for 4 quarters. So when you say that you got $10,000 and you want to buy some gold, they're gonna be looking at you like, nah, my nigga, nah.
Right.
Exactly. Because they don't want us to have any money. They don't want us to get on top. They want us to stay at the bottom.
If we're not backing them, or if we're not rolling with them, there's no way that they're going to try to leave it open for us to have any type of, for us to be able to come together as a collective and have any type of power amongst ourselves to fight back with. They just want to leave us here with getting $600, i.e. the EIP, whatever it is, the Corona check and all that, and everybody's running around balling. But they ain't even paying attention that in a couple months, man, you're going to be wishing that you saved up them couple dollars that you had before.
Exactly.
100%. Hell yeah.
All these people running around right now getting all this extra money on unemployment or whatever it is.
Unemployment. They don't even know when they go file their taxes this year. They're taking it back. These are people going to let you sit around all year and ball like that, and they're not going to get nothing on the back.
Not even that. You got a lot of these people out here not paying their rent because a lot of states like New York, Como said, no matter what, can't kick you out. No evictions. So you got a lot of people out here not paying their rent. You can't evict me for not paying my rent.
Here's one thing I got for a little input on that, right? Now, if you are one of those people, like myself, for example, I've been on unemployment, but because I was laid off, it wasn't because I lost my job.
No.
But see, the problem that a lot of people are doing is when you sign up for unemployment, you have that option to automatically have your taxes deducted from each weekly paycheck.
But
So
they don't
if
do
you
that
choose not to do that,
because they want all their money up
front.
front. Not thinking that they're going to come back and not thinking that they're going to come back for the go back. They're not just going to just let you just accumulate all this salary without working and then think that when you get taxes at the end of the year that you're going to get all the taxes too. And we gave you all this money tax free all year and you're going to get taxes too. Nah, buddy. You got too far ahead of yourself.
So a lot of the people that aren't going to get their fucking, shit for taxes because unemployment is going to take all that money back that they forgot to fucking add as part of their thing. That's on you. You can't expect, you can't continuously expect basically kind of like a handout without repercussions, especially if you don't read the fine print. It's your own damn fault. So if you got to pay back that money, sorry, it sucks, but maybe you should read what the fuck you're signing up for.
I'm just thinking about how much it fucks us up for when all these taxes start getting taken back from all these people and all this money and how is all this? How are we going to put all this money back into circulation after it comes back out? They're going to come back out with another check and give it to us and then come hit you again, or like we're already basically still trying to recover right now. So you come in and you come back and you get all that, and it's like, damn, we're even stuck. We're going farther down the rabbit hole than we were from the beginning.
Right. So then they're trying to depend on the stock market. So when they try to depend on the stock market, what happens? Insider trading, people getting the competitive edge onto what is going to be the next big boom. And how do you prove it? You can't prove it. But if you have a set of eyes and you have a little bit of common sense in your brain, you can see that, look, all right, so they attacked your jobs. They attacked you being able to go out in public. Now they're going to attack you financially in your pocket. And they're going to take that money that you thought you were getting, and they're really just digging and taking it out of your pockets even further. The shit that you didn't even know was there yet. They're reaching all the way up in your ass to your fucking teeth, and they're pulling that money out. And it's like, what did you expect that would happen?
So why would you do that?
What?
Why would you do that? Why would you systematically break a person down like that?
Oh,
they want to own. They want to own you, and they want you to feel like you're owned. So that way you're willing to do whatever you have to.
Yes. That's why people are willing to forsake. They're willing to forsake their own health and their bodies, because what they do is they make you afraid. They use fear as a way to get you to give up your freedoms or give up things that you naturally normally wouldn't do, because you think that they're going to be the ones that's going to come save you when it goes down.
Exactly. Because what is something else that they did this week that a lot of people probably aren't going to connect to this? The he signed a affidavit that the DOJ has to stop giving money to private prisons. They have to eliminate all the privately owned prisons. That's like 60% of the prisons, man. That's most federal prisons right off the bat. So what are you going to do with all these extra inmates? You can't house them in all these extra facilities. You can't fit them. They're already overstacked. You already got people, two men in single man cells. You know what I'm saying? Some places you got 3 people in single man cells, 4 people in single man cells. Put you in double bunks. I've
seen pictures of 4 inmates sleeping on the floor and 1 inmate sleeping on the bed. I'm like, man, they really did. They stacked to the T like that.
So that means we're going to start being like Colombia and them. We're going to have a lot of criminals that shouldn't be out of prison.
Are going to get pardons because they're going to be filled to the max. They're probably going to start, when they do start doing that, they're going to start giving pardons to all the non-violent offenders first. And then they'll see how that goes when you let out a couple waves of them. And then if they see how that goes, then they're going to be like, listen, the prisons are getting crazy stacked.
They've already
I know
started
the guy that shot your son. We got too many people here. We got to let them out.
They've already started it with the bail reforms in New York. I don't know if they're doing it
in Arizona. In New York, they already started that.
Like, because now everybody's getting, like, legit, I know people on parole and probation, and they straight out told me, bro, you cannot violate now unless you get a new charge. You can smoke, you can drink, you can be out past curfew, does not matter. As long as you don't get a new charge, you don't violate. Now, from a person that's been on probation and parole, that shit ain't fun, man. That shit ain't cool. I had to do all that shit. I had to quit smoking, quit drinking. Like, y'all could be out here partying, living up life. Like they're setting everybody up.
Yep.
Either they're setting up for complete chaos so that you're willing to give up all your rights for them to protect you, or they're just trying to set up for a big ass purge to eliminate population.
I think your first was the first option you said. I think is the go-to, because then even for people like us that maybe might have just a little bit more intellect than just the average person does, so we kind of decipher and we pick up on shit a little bit more faster. So they can. So if they set it up to where they have like, oh, we have this faction versus this faction, and then all this extra bullshit going on. Sometimes we get lost in the sauce and be like, hold on, I gotta sit back and be like, hold on.
Yeah.
I was starting to I feel like I was leaning towards the side for a second. I had to get back. I had to step myself back. Like, hold on, it almost got me.
That's why they start these movements like Ku Klux Klan, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, fucking the Proud Boys. It's all to segregate you and get you to pick a side. Because if they can have all three of us fighting over some little dumb bullshit that means nothing, they've already won.
Yeah.
They don't want us having this conversation. They don't want us having this conversation.
While we over here fighting each other.
Exactly.
That's why they mad about this stock market shit. Now they said, oh, they stopped fighting amongst each other. They're starting to come together. They're starting to pull their resources. They're starting to come and kick our asses now. Oh no.
Yo,
we gotta find some other scapegoat to throw out there. We can take their mind off of it.
Yo, it's crazy though, right? And I swear to this, like, so there's people that I know that I've known almost my whole life, right? Long time. And these people, now I see where this confusion comes from. Okay, so these people that I know who have been straight good people their whole lives, they've been, honest, they've been hardworking, they don't try to fuck the system fucks them. Those kind of people. Well, all of a sudden this year, now they're all Democrat and they bleed blue. Now, I'm not judging them for the fact that they chose to pick a side. Okay, I'm not judging them. Again, just to confirm, I don't pick a side. I'm straight down the middle. I believe.
Yeah, me too.
It's the same fucking monster, no matter how you look.
Like I'm about to say that to me, it's still the same. It's a different side of the same sword. It's a double-edged sword. It doesn't matter which way you get fucked. You're still going to get fucked.
Right.
But
so
now
the point that I'm saying.
But now you're going to get fucked and feel like you're actually getting you actually feel like you're a part of something, and you're getting fucked. So look, you getting played double time because you're believing in this faction, you believing in these people, and they're really just hoodwinking you the whole time.
Right, and the crazy part is like I was trying to say, like, these are good people I've known my whole life. They don't seem like they got a bad bone in their body, but suddenly they start bleeding blue, and next thing you know, they're attacking people. Not physically, but verbally. They're attacking them on the internet. They're fucking everybody's fighting over something that literally has nothing to do with them. Absolutely nothing. Nothing.
So,
because what those people do in those buildings have absolutely nothing that would impact my personal life. I don't see or talk to any of these motherfuckers. If I did, I'd have a few things to say, but I don't see them. So why do you let somebody else's fucking blatant ignorance impact you and your outlook on life? Why do you suddenly have to feel like you take a sides and you're going to attack everybody that's wrong because for the past 4 years you've had to endure the other guy and the other team telling you what's wrong? It's fucking stupid.
Because I think that they have a hive mindset. They don't know how to think for themselves. So they always need to find something to like grasp onto. They can't just think for themselves. And then when they find something that kind of like goes with whatever their beliefs are or however they want to go, they automatically go. They automatically have to wing with it. They don't even like try to take the process or the steps, like really understand what's going on. They just go full-fledged at it. Whatever they see, they don't even get a chance even to start going through and see what's inspect the surface yet and see what's going on under it. They just jump full-fledged with their head out without thinking and then just go and do dumb shit. They just want to be a part of something. That's all it really is, though, in life, like all of us. We all just really just want to belong somewhere. We want to feel like we're appreciated. We want to feel like our efforts are appreciated and that people see them and they appreciate
Tribalism.
what we do.
Tribalism.
Yeah, tribalism. Exactly, tribalism. We all want to belong to something. We all want to feel like we belong somewhere and that we have a stake in whatever it is that goes on in that community or and with these people. And some people just don't know how to handle it.
That's why they get you too focused on working 40 hours a week. Think about that. It's such an arbitrary number. Why 40? And why does it have to be split up between 5 days? You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, realistically, if you only want me to work 40 hours a week, I can just work 4 days a week at 10 hours a day. It's the same thing.
Sure enough.
But you bring that up to most people, and they're like, oh, no. Because now they got to pay more money because now you got to get 2 crews.
Yeah.
You got to get somebody to fill those other 3 days. Unless you want to lose money, unless you like losing money.
And I'm pretty sure they're in the business of that.
Everything they do nowadays, it just seems like it's built to fuck the average Joe. I'm going to have you work your life away, and I'm not going to let you have the time to figure out what your true passion and the truth is. If I take away your time, you have no time to figure out things. That's why this year, so many people have been going through depression and all this shit. It's because they're finally having the time to look at things and they see it for the first time.
And they see what it really, you are absolutely right about that too.
And they have a freak out moment.
Right. Yeah,
and now,
because they actually got to sit and see.
Yeah, and now the people now they turn to people like me that they've been calling their whole life stupid and crazy and all this other crazy shit and say, "Damn, you was right." And like, bro, like yeah, man, I'm trying to tell y'all for years.
They never want to listen to me. They thought I was a tinfoil hat wearing dude and all that.
Exactly, like some of this shit's true. And now look at it. All these people, like I've been telling people for years, aliens is real. Now what do they do? We're going to get in 180 days, we're going to tell you about aliens. Why? To fucking distract you even more.
Yeah,
everybody that downloaded that file that they released not too long ago, that the CIA, because the CIA released all their information, and it was on this website. You had to go to this website and download this file. It was on 3 million pages. Everybody that downloaded that file, your shit got hacked, and they fucking tracked it.
And that's the thing about
right.
How could you even be that stupid? This is an intelligence agency, and here you are trying to find out secrets about the intelligence agency. So then they go and do this little COINTELPRO where they say, "Here, we got this website. If you want to find out about it, go up on here and download it." Oh, because now we know that you guys are all the people that think that way. So now we're going to make sure that we tap ourselves on what all we are.
Exactly.
Dummy.
Just think about this. Remember, what was it, 2 years ago now? We were all getting ready to clap some cheeks at Area 51. The whole fucking world. The whole world. Everybody joined a group. We was all in on it. All these people showed up. Nah.
I was talking to good. I wasn't that fun, though.
But mad people fucking showed up, though, man. Mad people went.
They did.
And no one actually stormed it. That shit was all staged. They just wanted to see who would actually show up.
Exactly.
Like
counterintelligence.
Exactly.
Counterintelligence.
Who is that mind washed, that brainwashed to say, "Come on, let's go"? You know what I'm saying?
It's easy to do that. There's a lot of people that need something, like we were just saying. A lot of people that need something to be a part of, either whether it's good or evil.
I'm just disappointed that they didn't do it.
Well, let's think about.
I ain't gonna lie, I was too.
Let's just think about this logically. First off, this is an army base. Military base. I don't know if it's the army, but they're gonna kill you, man. Like, yo, there were a couple people that actually crossed the border and went in that night, and they got arrested. All of them got arrested.
Yeah.
But if if 1 million people showed up, there would have been a different outcome.
Yeah, because you would have had a whole shitload of soldiers.
Yeah.
See, they did have almost 1 million people show up. They had a big ass festival.
They just
held the actual festival like a mile away from Area 51. So everybody that actually wanted to go up, you had to walk up that way. We're going to hold the festival a little bit away, but close enough to say we're at Area 51.
Yeah. If they would have went ahead and Naruto ran up in there, they would have caught something hot.
And I guarantee you, most of the people that were in that crowd, at least 1 out of every 3 was a soldier, just laying out undercover.
Yep, was definitely an agent. That was an agent. It's just a bunch of agents.
But even past that, for my whole life, they've been talking about they keeping the aliens at Area 51. Why would you still keep them there? I'm not going to keep. If I know that's where if everyone knows that's where they're at, well, I'm not going to keep them there. They're somewhere else by now.
Oh yeah.
Why the fuck wouldn't you keep them in an underground bunker somewhere? Why would you keep it somewhere where everybody can fucking see and you can see on Google Maps and radars? And, come on, think, people.
Right.
Aliens
watch them like they'd be watching the giraffes give birth.
If the
I know
aliens
millions
are
of people
anywhere,
that tune in for that shit.
they're in Antarctica. If they're anywhere, they're in
Antarctica. Yeah. Yep.
Or upstate New York right
That's
now.
That's exactly where they're at. That's exactly where they at. They got them in some subterranean base out there.
Yeah. Shit. Like I've said plenty of times on this podcast, according to the Book of Enoch, that's where Lucifer and all the fallen angels are fallen, where we're held up. And I 100% believe all the ancient depictions of aliens are nothing more than ancient gods or fallen angels.
That's all they are.
Yeah. Because I don't know, man. I've been strong on the whole. I think it's really like a multi-god type situation. And monotheism is 100% the work of the devil and him saying, I'm the only one that you should worship. Because that's his thing. He wants to be the only one. He wants to be the highest entity. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't lying.
And
you're not lying at all.
All these ancient religions and all these ancient civilizations all believed in multiple gods. So how are all of our ancestors wrong?
Right? Somebody's got to be wrong.
This motherfucker can build.
Someone else told them.
This motherfucker can build a pyramid with his hands that I can't build, but he's not as smart as me. Come on, people. Yeah. Just because you can make a computer don't make you smart.
No, not at all. Not at all. But that was just more. But that was just more of the trickery to be able to make a certain type of group of people that were revered kind of make them look like they were next to nothing. Like, yeah, they did that shit, but look what we did.
You know what I think all of this coronavirus lockdown bullshit is all really about? This is all just to lock the whole. It's to lock everything down. Eventually, it's all going to get so bad, either with crime and violence, people getting bored, or just overall sickness, that they lock everything down, and that's when they roll in the robots for everything.
Yeah.
Because think about it.
All they got to do is just lock it down. All they got to do is lock it down, and then we'll do it to ourselves. Because people are already crazy as it is. They can't sit like. Obviously, you've seen how the crime started spiking and all that once they started opening shit back up and people started to be able to go back outside.
Exactly.
Niggas just started getting clapped. People getting killed all the time. I'm like, man, I don't know what they was doing for them couple months that they had to sit up in the house, but I can obviously see that they wasn't doing anything constructive.
Exactly. Like, all over the place. But you just think about it on a deeper level with the automation thing, because, the new PlayStation just came out. New Xbox just came out. You can't go buy a new Xbox or old Xbox, nothing, anywhere at the stores. You know how hard it is to find an Xbox right now or a PlayStation, any kind of games? They're talking about, we don't have they're having trouble getting all the parts for the hard drives. For what? What's the reason? What you using all the hard drives for? You know what I mean? Like, you're having this trouble, all electronics. Everything in the stores nowadays. I have not been able to find packet brown gravy in the grocery store for the last 6 months. I'm dead ass. Every grocery store around here I go to, they don't have packet brown gravy. You got to buy the jarred shit, which, you know what I mean, it don't matter. But
about it.
Nothing, but it's just like little things. If you notice in the grocery, it's little things. If you notice in the grocery store, the shelves always look bare.
Yeah.
Like you're always missing shit. The seasonings are all half gone. Like, They're only
people are hoarding shit, man.
No, it's not that. It's not even that they're hoarding shit, bro. It's hard to find fresh garlic, fresh ginger, like all these healing roots. It's hard. It's hard to find them nowadays.
They're gonna stop putting it out there. They're gonna stop mass producing it. It's gonna be harder and harder and harder for you to get until then whatever resources that they left for us to be able to get just dries all the way the fuck up. To starve you out.
There's a reason why they've been killing off all the healers, man.
You ain't lying about that. And there's a reason why you can't get 4 quarters at the damn store neither.
Exactly. I can't kill you, I'm going to control you. Yes, sir.
If anybody this evening likes this conversation so far in the direction of it, why don't you go ahead and hit a like and subscribe button? We appreciate you. Hit the little notification bell in the corner.
Dang.
Make sure to look us up, and we appreciate y'all.
And while you're at it,
I just wanted to say.
While you're at it, you can go on BandLab, look up Bad Seed. It's got some great music.
Boom.
Thank you.
This man right here. In my screen, you're right here.
There will be a link in the description.
So how's Arizona?
Yeah. How's Arizona treating you?
I haven't seen everything that there is to see. Well, I haven't been here long enough. Still got Corona and all that shit going on. But went to the top of a mountain, and then it was just that's like it's coming where we come from. Just never something that you ever think in life that you're like that you're gonna do. Because you like we were talking about the thing about time. You're always just thinking about working because you got your kids and never really got a chance to like sit back and actually see all the wonder that right in front of me is the I embraced it. I was just too worried about everything else that never really mattered to begin with.
Word.
You're kind of choppy a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. On my end, you were.
Oh yeah, just a little bit. A little choppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing happened with me.
I figured out with mine. I gotta hold my my tablet because it's starting to freeze because it's cold as fuck. So it's absorbing my body heat. So I'm trying for it.
Damn.
I don't think he's got that problem in Arizona though.
Nah.
It's crazy.
I got some family that lives out near Mesa, and they live down there for years. They love it down there.
It's crazy. My man went from the projects to the mountains.
I think he froze.
Yeah. No, because I went from being on the Wi-Fi. I went to go to my data. So it'll move smoother off my data.
Yeah, probably.
It happens sometimes.
That's right.
Every time I go out to my garage to try to shoot an episode, it just don't work out all that great. I ended up looking like I'm on an acid trip or I'm having a breakdown in the Matrix, so I'm trying to talk because I'm all.
Yeah, I'm looking at myself. I'm like, what the hell?
That is the fun part.
No, I was just saying, like, I guess the reason why I was asking about Arizona is like, if you were to compare Arizona to a place where you previously lived, would you say like the communities are pretty tight, or is everybody divided there just like they are everywhere else?
From my interactions with people, I've seen only like in front of my face. I don't know what happens when I'm not around, because sometimes you're around people from different ethnic backgrounds, so then maybe certain things don't come out, certain ways that they feel don't come out because they're little afraid of what someone else is gonna think about their opinion. But I haven't seen. I've seen more togetherness. I've seen like it's more on the front lines of. I think that's what really hard to actually really see that is awesome. It's just them. Like there is no division between us. That's all here at the bottom, still trying to scratch and climb our way to the top. There is no difference between us, no matter what you look like or whatever it is that you want to do. It's us versus them.
Right.
I got a question for you that might make people a little mad. but I'm gonna ask it. So I kind of think some of the problem with the racial divide going on in the country is that some black people don't understand that some of these white people really are on your side. And no matter how much they sit there and tell you that but you still say nope, 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 because your ancestors did this. Well, granted, but they didn't do it. You know what?
No.
Like,
At the end,
like do you see it also?
Oh yeah, I definitely do, because it's kind of a double standard, because you tried to fight for all this equality, but then when it seems like people want to work with you and try to give you the equality, now you want to give them this guilt trip. Like, those people are trying to make some type of headway, and you still want to keep this on going, or try to give somebody a guilt trip and make them feel bad about things that they necessarily themselves didn't even do.
Exactly.
Like, how do you know these people haven't been walking around with some weight upon themselves because they're feeling like everybody in the world looking at them like, yo, now that we white, it's kind of like you're scared now.
Yep.
Like, damn, I don't know what the fuck to say. If I say the wrong goddamn thing, and they're going to have me look crazy.
Right.
Yeah. No, because I asked because, I mean, I'm mixed, so I get that a lot. A lot of people just think I'm racist just because I'm light. Like, bro, like I get it from white people too, man. Like, damn. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not allowed to be on your side. Like, isn't that what this is all about? We're supposed to be together, unity. Like, I'm supposed to, like, we supposed to want to have these conversations.
I don't know what it is.
You know what I mean? Like, this right here.
But you know what it is that I tell?
What changes the world.
You know what it is? I tell them a lot of times. I tell them that you don't even really want you really don't even want no change. You really don't even really like what it is after all that. Whatever happened to the slaves and everything that happened during Reconstruction and everything that just got happened, and how it just broke down people's psyche, and they started looking at the South, and self-worth is appreciated and be valued in their mind. So that's the reason why that they move and they do the things they do, because they don't feel any divinity about themselves. They look at themselves and already feel like they ain't shit. So then it's kind of like a scapegoat for you to be able to go and do shit. So you can blame it on that. And you really just want them to just give you a hug and just be like, yo, listen, I'll finally treat you the same. Yeah, you really don't want no true reform. Because when people want to sit down and try to really work it out with you, then you go to the guilt trip.
Exactly.
Like, it's like, damn, man. Like, damn, the left there was, now we're trying to work something out. And it's like, you still ain't even trying to meet me halfway. Like, what the fuck?
Like, sometimes it kind of feels like they don't want equality. They want they want to get revenge. They want to get even. It's my turn. Let me enslave you. I want to show you how it feels like. Well, that's kind of contradictory, because honestly, you don't personally know how that feels like. You know what I mean?
But the but the crazy part is none of us were alive during a time period in which they reference. So how the fuck is that supposed to make, I just don't get that. We didn't physically do anything to each other. Exactly. We're going off of a history, a systemically racist fucking system that has forced the empowerment of white people through generations. That's what the problem is.
That's what we're supposed to be talking about. That's what we're supposed to be talking about. We're supposed to be trying to change that. We're not supposed to be trying about sitting here going back and forth about the blame game.
It's not even all white people though. It's suburban white people. If you are a white kid that's from the hood and you do some dumb
educated
shit,
white
you're still gonna go down. You still got people that's gonna be out for you because you're from that area.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're that lower class. It's more about your money standard in this country, but they use race as a cover.
Yeah, it is.
Race is a divide,
and it makes. Because then the person because then the white poor kid that lives in the trailer thinks better than me because he's white, and I'm like, you're just as poor as I am. What the fuck?
Exactly. Like you see a poor white kid in a trailer. He looks like he's got a little bit of money. First thing you think, oh, he's selling meth. He's cooking meth in that fucking trailer.
Exactly. You get the same type of the same type of stereotypical aspect you put on you that you put on me.
Exactly. And so, and like when you try to break that down to some of these people, they just look at you like, nah, fam. Because you can only look at it from your perspective. Like how you can't look at the world like that. Because if I continue to go through the world looking at it just from how I feel, then damn, I'm gonna be fucking everybody over. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Big facts.
You need the balance. You need balance.
Exactly.
Like it can't just be my own formulated opinion because it's just a human being. I'm always gonna have a bias. And something about it, or something that sounds more like it sounds mine. That's why we need people with different types of mindsets to come together.
The Decepticons are really fucking with us tonight, people. That's
The
how you know.
Decepticons are
That's how
fucking
you know
on
we
it.
got a real fucking conversation. When the
Right, when we're talking about
Decepticons
some
come
real
in,
shit.
the Decepticons come in and they just fuck with everybody.
Right.
Oh yeah, they love doing that.
That's what we call technical difficulties around here for anybody that's a new viewer. You know, anytime you get a little choppy, that's just the fucking Decepticons.
You start buffering, your shit starts freezing, you get stuck. Yeah, it's the Decepticons, man. We're talking about some shit we're not supposed to, so they're intervening.
Yeah,
that's all it is, people. So just know.
Especially knowing that especially when it's going on a platform where that billions of people can be able to access it. All they got to know is the name.
Exactly.
Safety meeting. That's
Safety
the name.
meeting.
Safety meeting.
To also be the first one that gets downloaded on Rumble. We just found out about that last episode. We're going to see how that works out. See if there really is a difference between Rumble and YouTube. You know, or are they just the exact same thing that said one is getting blackballed? We're going to test it out here, people.
Could be that. That might be a little better features and it's more user friendly because they're not like tycoons like that.
Right.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I don't
it's more grassroots.
From a person that uploads on it, like it's not that bad. They really ain't messed with us too much. They ain't said nothing else about anything that we've posted so far. And we talk about real shit.
We haven't posted anything controversial. All we're doing is bringing up a subject and discussing our thoughts about it. That's it.
Yeah,
pretty much. The day that becomes illegal, which is, who knows, it could be soon. Well, they'll look back on videos like this and realize all we're doing was just trying to make you open your eyes, guys. That's it. We're not trying to force our beliefs on you. We're not trying to force our thoughts on you. Our thoughts are our thoughts. Doesn't mean we're right. It doesn't mean we're wrong. However, it is something that's of importance and should be discussed. And if it's by a couple of stoners, then you know what? That's fine too, because there's millions of stoners out there that have the same conversations that we have. Maybe not fully as in depth.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So on a less serious note,
find these conversations more in this circle before you anywhere else.
On a less serious note, who is your guys' favorite artist of all
time? All right, yeah.
Any genre. Doesn't matter. Genre doesn't matter. Who's your favorite artist?
Okay.
Define artist. Music artist or
musical artist. Not drawing or poem. I mean, if you want to put poems in there, because poems can be music.
I would have to say, I really would. I would have to say, most. Man, when you say that, I don't know. So many different people that I can think of off the top of my head. Wow.
Fucking Decepticons.
That's like a question that, like, when you ask it, it's kind of like hard to answer. Kind of like to kind of contemplate a lot.
I don't know. For me personally, it's gonna be J. Cole.
Man.
I like
All
anybody.
right.
I like something that makes you think. Anybody that evokes motion. That's why I like Polo G. A lot of his songs you just make you think.
Right. Yeah. I like him. He's nice out of the new generation. He actually has something to say. He sounds like he has something to say. I can tap into that.
Yeah, like he's just like I don't know. He's not out there talking about bitches and money and drugs and selling dope and shooting people. Like he's really got a real message. I respect that.
That's a really tough one for me to answer, man.
Got to. I know. I had to ask that. I was like, let's keep conversation until one of us what we're gonna say.
After a good minute or two, to let it resonate, I got an answer. Here's my answer.
This looks like a
My
historic
favorite artist
moment.
All right.
Why?
I think we're about to experience our first bong hit on safety meeting people.
Ooh.
This is-
Oh.
That's that right
Manley
there.
steps up to the plate. He is
Yes,
ready
sir.
to go. The pitcher gives the call. Fastball down in the middle. Manley hits it. Oh, it's got some distance. Oh, shit. He knocked that one out of the park, ladies and
Oh
gentlemen.
man, you hit that like a little.
Yeah, that was a park.
Woo. He didn't even cough. OG right there.
First inaugural.
All right, Pat.
Oh man, you said it.
So you had an answer.
Oh, shit.
It was done.
So you had an answer for me, Pat.
My
Yeah, I got
opinion.
You got yours? Go ahead, Pat.
Metallica. That's my favorite artist of all time.
I can respect that. I can't name a song, but I can respect it.
Yeah, because when you think of whoever your favorite artist is, it's going to be whoever you're more like. It's just but your person. It's going to be whoever inspires the most emotion out of you out of anybody that you listen to. I'll say Nas.
I was really
Great
expecting
answer.
you to say Cameron.
Nah.
Yo, I respect that. My initial answer
hell
I
yeah.
wanted to go
He's
to
up
for
there.
hip hop. My initial answer was Wu-Tang, then Nas, because that's what I grew up on. You know, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with. That's all I'm saying.
See,
and I love the aspect that like Nas and Rakim and them, they brought like intelligence in. They brought like it was cool. It was pretty smart at that time.
Yep.
Like you weren't rapping and sounding like you couldn't even do it unless you were putting words that were melodic and had cadence and you had bars. Like it had to be laid down. It had to sound like poetry.
exactly.
It wasn't like you just what you're gonna do.
That's why I think someone like Cassidy would have done way better in the '90s than he did in the early thousands.
Yup.
Deadass.
That was the time where the hip hop was starting to change. The sound was changing.
Yep. Cassidy.
They didn't want to hear bars anymore. They wanted to hear catchy hooks and snaps.
Cassidy would have been looked as a legend if he was a late '90s rapper. If he just came out 10 years earlier, man.
Definitely.
Like, yo, do you guys know anybody else that's had a fucking rap battle against himself?
No.
Like, come on. Exactly my point. Like, think about it. You're a rapper. How hard is that to have a rap battle against yourself? You got to really break yourself down for that one.
Yo, you got to attack yourself at two different angles.
You know what I mean? Me and Pat were talking about this the other day. That's like playing chess against yourself.
It's impossible to win. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Without immediately taking a bias to one side or the other.
If anybody doesn't know what song I'm talking about,
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was gonna wait for you to finish. I was gonna say that without having the black or white on the table, like you have to really be on both sides. Like I want to win.
Yep. Like I tried to play myself in chess many times in life, and the farthest I ever got was 3 moves in. That's all I could do.
And you're looking like, nah, this is not like. Pointless.
No, because the only way to win is to take a side and roll with it.
The way I found to do that in chess is to only think about the game one move at a time. You got to completely change how you play chess. Because if you're only thinking about it one move at a time, that gives you the ability to only see it from the white piece's point of view. Because you haven't even thought about what the black piece is going to do yet. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, I hear you. I hear you. But like,
No, it's funny that you say that too. It's funny that you say that because I used to do this little funny thing when I was a kid. When I used to be on the basketball court, I'd be there by myself, but I would pretend that I was two different teams going up against each other.
Yeah, I used to do that
obviously
too.
Somebody's got to win. Someone's got to win. So I'm gonna find either if I want team better than the other team, I'm just gonna take a look at on the team better, and I'm just gonna pick that player, and he's gonna shoot the game-winning shot, and we're going to Disney World.
Yep.
Right.
It was always it was always the Lakers for me. The Lakers always won, and I was always Robert Horry at the end of the game. Never Kobe. You don't give it to Kobe at the end of the game. Give it to Robert Horry. Let him shoot it. He's got it. Spurs even figured that out too, man. Best clutch shooter of all time.
I don't know, man. That's debatable.
No, it's not.
I don't know about that, man.
Listen.
I don't think he's the best clutch shooter.
Okay.
I just think he's the luckiest guy. He's like one of the luckiest guys in the world, in the sports world. He's like one of the luckiest sports figures.
So let's think about it like this then, right? He won 2 games like that. He won 2 finals. He won these finals twice like that for the Lakers, right? We have to give him those 2.
Yep.
2 buzzer beaters. And then he did it 3 times for the fucking Spurs, man. That's, you know what I mean? How many times how many times did you see Michael do that? For a championship. He has a lot of game. He has a lot of game.
And when he came in the league, he had some clutch on Houston too.
Exactly. So
I forgot about that. When he first came in the league, he won a championship that first year with the Rockets. They won back to back.
I just think
But he's lucky, man. I don't know, man. He just
end of the game. You get Robert Horry in the corner. It doesn't matter who's guarding him. He's hitting that 3.
See, I feel the same way about Steve Kerr.
But you know what? Yeah.
Steve Kerr?
Yeah. But you know,
Steve Kerr.
It's not going to be that. Coaches are smart. So they sure they put a player on there that's already shown that in clutch moments can hit shots. Put him on the team, which I'm already with great players already. Everybody's paying so much attention to all the great players that they forgot that they got one of these dudes that then hit these shots like this all the time. And then they sag off him and leave him wide open, and then he gets the shot.
That's why players like him was the real reason why that Lakers team was great. You got to give Shaq his due and Kobe his due, but it was the Derek Fishers, the Robert Horrys, and the Rick Foxes that made them teams great.
Right.
Because they left right along with Shaq. You know what I'm saying? So everything changed after that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. As a Laker fan, we went through the dark ages for a while.
And they were a weird
I was
dark
never a
age.
Lakers fan.
Yeah, you're a Celtics fan, aren't you?
No, Chicago.
Oh, okay. Yeah. JJ was a Bills fan. I've converted.
I became a Chicago fan when I became a Bills fan. It was all about the same time. I picked my team in basketball, baseball, and football, and I'm still a Yankees fan. So I got to roll with it.
I ain't gonna lie. When I was younger, it was the Hornets. When they had Muggsy Bogues and Larry Johnson, and Alonzo Mourning, that was my team, man.
No, yeah.
But
mine used to be the Magic. Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway was my favorite player when I was a kid. I loved the commercials with the little penny fucking puppet in it. I was like, yo, this shit go.
With Chris Rock, it was perfect. He was made for it.
As soon as Shaq went to the Lakers, man, I followed him.
Shaq is just a different type of. Shaq is just different. I think he might be the most. of all time.
He's a Nephilim.
Yes.
Yeah.
Him and Yao Ming, 100%.
Yeah.
And an abnormally large human being.
Did you just say Shaq is the biggest bag man of all time?
Yeah.
No, not the best big man. Not the best big man. The most
okay.
dominant though.
Okay.
Like at his time when he was in his prime, there was no one else that was in the league that was even. They weren't even on his level at all.
You take him over Wilt?
He was already light years ahead of anybody.
You take him over Wilt? Because I take him over Kareem
Over
hands
Wilt?
down. Yeah, I take him over Kareem hands down. But I don't know about taking him over Wilt. I think Wilt would body him up, man. I think Wilt would fucking do something nasty to Shaq.
What about Hakeem Olajuwon?
To be honest with you, I think so too. I think a lot more of Olajuwon. Yeah, Olajuwon wasn't like stronger. He had better footwork, and he was just able to trick you. And when he had good footwork and he's tall, like him, they're slow. Oh, he's gonna dominate them.
Yo, you imagine how many points Wilt Chamberlain would have had when he had that 100-point game if they had a 3-point line?
Maybe he wouldn't even got the 100 points if the 3-point line was there.
I mean, that is possible, but I'm pretty sure he hit a lot of outside jumpers that game too, because he shot a lot that game. There ain't no way they were all dunks.
That's why sometimes it's hard to like. That's why because the eras that people were in when they came into the league, it's like hard to like compare them and say like who would probably be better than the other one. But I don't know. That would be definitely some shit I would like to see. Find Shaq go at it. That would be something to see.
Oh hell yeah! If you like, I think within the next 20 years they'll have the technology to be able to simulate that. Like real life, be able to like put it into a computer and be able to simulate it. Like this is Wilt as his prime. This is Shaq as his prime. We're gonna play 1-on-1. We're gonna play a game of 5.
Right.
5-on-5. You know what I mean?
Well, for 2021, let's start with an epic rap battle. Let's see what happens. Let's simulate that.
Yeah.
You know I'm right. Come on, man. They have them for everything.
Who do you think the epic rap battle should be?
They do too.
What do you mean?
You
What we're just talking about.
Well, Wilt and Shaq.
Shaq versus Will.
Wilt and Shaq. That'd be perfect.
In a rap battle?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear Shaq rap.
We know we can do it. So,
Yo,
you know.
I seen a video the other day, man. It was completely different. It's on some music shit though. It was some people back in like the 1930s. This group of black guys, black artists, standing on stage and sitting there fucking rapping, daddy. Sitting one in the background's doing a little beatbox and shit, and dude just going down. Like, it was impressive. I ain't gonna lie.
There's a lot of talent.
And it was like that was that time.
Huh?
I said it was that far back time.
Yeah, it was back there, bro. It was like the 30s or the 40s, man.
Well, I mean, like I guess through the history, scat like that's kind of like scat was kind of like freestyle. You just go off the top of your head and just say words and make sure that they rhyme. That's just like rap.
Exactly. Like,
but
yo,
they did more melodic. It was kind of more of a singing kind of tone and all that to it.
Nope.
It was just more melodic. It wasn't like
Oh, it was dead ass. He was spitting bars, bro. Like, I'm gonna find the video again. I'm gonna find the video again and send it to you, man. Like, yo, this dude was straight spitting bars.
Four slick looking fellas.
Yep, and the
they
guy
all look like Smokey Robinson in his prime.
Yep, and the one guy in the back was doing like a little hip hop bebop beats to it.
Yep. Yep.
Like it was like
dude, I know what you're talking about. It took me a second.
Amazing,
I'm like, yeah.
I'm like, you know how far ahead of their time these guys were? Like,
yeah. It was definitely from the 40s.
It was already there. We didn't even see it.
Oh man, dude, their energy came back, and you already know that that's exactly what they want to do.
We didn't see it, or it wasn't given to us as an option.
What's that?
All the different music, like
No,
the music
because
that we're just finding out about now,
I don't-
wasn't available
Yeah.
to us back then.
Yeah, that's true.
I believe that. I believe that it may have existed, but because you had both of those type of people to even get out there and rotate someone else to hold it, could have just been left for just other people to do.
Yeah.
I have no idea what
That
you
was
just
the
said.
general masses, but somebody knew about it.
Someone had to have known about it, because bro, that shit was dope, man.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Like the lyrics weren't like anything that we would have associated with rap, but you could tell that it was things that was associated with their timeline. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was just weird, man, because they all looked like nowadays they would have looked like that nerdy kid in school that walks around with a pocket protector and a Letterman jacket. You know what I'm saying? Wearing fucking glasses.
Jacket.
You know, the guy that was like a hall monitor in high school. Do you guys got a hall pass?
Got like the cold.
Where you going? Yeah.
Hey there, pal. Where are you going? Where's your hall pass?
Yeah, have a hall.
Fuck you. That's
Where's
my
your
hall
hall
pass.
I'm gonna call the principal.
Oh man, what's your last name? Shaw, you say?
Howard.
So, Pat,
So,
can I ask you a question? Who's in the Super
that?
Bowl?
Who's in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, who's in the Super Bowl? I can't remember who won the Chiefs-Bills game.
Dude, really? Yo, what he's doing right now is what we call some bitch shit. Get the fuck out of here with that.
Oh shit!
Shit. I'm gonna say Chiefs win though. I already said that. I'm gonna continue to say that. Chiefs win. Fuck Tom Brady.
Well, we already know your daughter's pick.
Exactly. And when the Chiefs win, I'm gonna tell her she shouldn't have jumped ships.
Right.
I'm only rooting for the Chiefs. I'm only rooting for the Chiefs because they're AFC. That's it. I'm sticking with the conference.
I'm rooting for the Chiefs because they're not Tom Brady.
Exactly. That's reason number 2.
By the way, he's laughing. I think he's going for the Bucks.
Yep.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nah, what you mean? What you mean? I got a Chiefs hat. I went to my sister the other day because it was like raining and all that. It was kind of cold out. No, it was snowing the other day. Like, she was about to go to work. I was like, yeah, you want to wear my Chiefs hat? I mean, it was snowing outside. It's a winter cap. I thought maybe you wanted to keep your ears warm or something. No, I wasn't trying to be like sarcastic or anything.
Sorry, guys. I gotta move. I'm cold.
Oh man. So if you guys like this at any point of the night, you know, you can always hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. It's awesome. It's little things in life that matter. So
yeah, and that have already been viewing, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. It's my first time in the atmosphere like this, like just talking shit. That's you know, I speak that fluently, so
exactly.
let me know if you want to keep me as a reoccurring guest up on here.
Get you some good connection. So as a medical guy who works in the medical field, how do you feel about the vaccine? Honest opinion. As honest as you can give me.
Don't get it. Honest? As honest as I can get? Man, you better stay as far away from that shit as you possibly can.
That's the same way I feel. Because look at it, man. As soon as they started giving it, first country to get it was what? The UK. A week after the UK ended their second rounds, what came around? Super strand. Next country to get it was the next country to get the vaccine in Italy. And then we got it. Like, come on, put the connections together. What's causing the super strand is the vaccine.
Hi, guys.
Yep. It's people. It's the virus being out there, and then they're having them immunity in their body and all these antibodies, and it's gonna form and transform itself, so it can fuck that shit up.
Exactly.
That's its job.
Like how are we just supposed to accept something that in a normal society normally takes anywhere from 15 to 20 years to get accepted? It took the fucking chickenpox flu 40 years from the time it was invented to the time it was first actually used medically and got accepted. Like, come on, bro. We're just supposed to put that in my body and say,
Wow.
Roll the dice. Let's see what's going to happen in 10 years. Come on. They injected nanobots in you. They're going to fucking track you. Like, it's like an episode of Black Mirror.
Yep. Like, it's the perfect play. I give it to you, and then I supposedly give you the vaccine to be able to help you. But if learned about diseases in science class or in health class, that without that, once you trying to do that, then the virus starts building up immunity to the vaccine. Exactly. And then it becomes more powerful than it was before.
Yep. And if this shit's all about population control, the first people you'd want to give it to is who? The old people, because they're susceptible to it, and it's going to be easier. Yeah. And then you would want to give it to anybody that can heal you, anybody that can help you get better. That's why from the last several years before the fucking coronavirus got released, what were they doing? Killing off all the healers, supposedly. This is all just supposed stuff that, you read on the internet. But
supposedly, I don't think they're stupid enough to kill them.
But if that's your plan, it makes 100% sense. That's how I would do it.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, but you're definitely going to stage that the person was killed, or, at least put it out there that there's some conspiracy that you murdered the person when really you just snatched them the fuck up and you got them sitting somewhere.
Exactly. Like, I don't know. I think they're leading everybody down a big ass trap, and people are just gonna walk right into it blindly. Say, yeah, I gotta believe my government. Like,
yeah,
like, yo,
they never had the time to think for themselves anyway.
Like, this shit seems like how shit like Divergent and Hunger Games started.
Yeah.
Like,
those people had some real foresight.
Or a real movie that I think a lot of people should pay attention to. And I was talking to Pat about it. Was Demolition Man. Think about it, bro. They had an outbreak that made everybody have to stay away from each other, and to the fact where they don't even have sex anymore. They do it all. They put the thing on their head and they do virtually have sex.
Yeah.
They want to have kids. They go to a lab to where they both give out their cells, and the baby's born outside of each person's body. So there's like no human contact ever. And then on top of it all, there was a huge toilet paper shortage, and now they wipe their ass with 3 seashells. What was the first people did it upon the Armageddon? Bought toilet paper. Why is everybody so worried about their assholes?
Nobody had guns.
Exactly. No one.
That's what I'm trying to say. Nobody thought about that.
No.
I was like, wow. But it's like, I've seen this movie before. They put that in front of your face. That's what they program. And then when it happens, kind of like seems like it's some movie shit.
Like, they even had a secret not a secret. They had a civilization of people that lived underground that refused to take whatever vaccine that they wanted, or refused to accept all the laws.
So I was thinking about that. Yeah, I was thinking about that too in my mind. I was like, damn, man, they got that part on Demolition Man where they got the people that's living underground because they don't want to fuck with whatever everybody's fucking with up there.
Exactly. And they've already been cryogenically freezing people for years. Like, supposedly that's why they made the movie Frozen. It's so that every time because before they made the movie Frozen, when you Googled Walt Disney Frozen,
Disney,
everything that would pop up would be about how Walt Disney was dead and frozen, cryogenically frozen in the basement of Walt Disney somewhere. Like there's a secret lab and his body's being held, all that shit. Like there's a whole conspiracy around Walt Disney. He was a Nazi, all this type of shit. Huge fucking racist.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
But so
oh yeah. I'm glad into that.
But now that you've Googled, now that they've made the movie Frozen twice, when you Google that shit, you know how far you gotta dig to find it? Like you legitimately gotta put Walt Disney's head frozen in a freezer. like that's what it's come to. They're trying to hide shit from us. Hide the information. Censorship.
Mm-hmm. There used to be a lot of different podcasts of people that I used to listen to that were on YouTube, and they had to track them. And then, like, they just disappeared.
Yep. A lot of podcasts go to like Spotify and stuff like that now. There's not too many podcasts left on YouTube. Like,
except Safety Meeting.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of stuff on YouTube's little short movies, clips. Like, that's what a lot of people are into. You know what I mean? They'd rather sit there and watch like a 20-minute video than they would sit there and listen to an hour-long podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. People's attention spans are very short.
But makes no sense
that with the phones and everything, with technology, their attention span is way shorter.
But you'll go to Spotify and you'll do the exact same thing. Like it makes no sense. You know what I mean? You could use YouTube the same fucking way, bro.
Facts.
Good.
Like, and I don't know, man. There's just a lot of stuff that they shot putting out there for people to learn. Like, you can't really find too much out about Dr. Sabi anymore. Like, a lot of time you got to dig deep to find it, because a lot of times everything it is just his family talking. Like, I don't want his family talking. I want the videos of him spitting his knowledge. Same thing with Dick Gregory. Same thing with Dick Gregory. It's hard to find. It's hard to find. Yeah, it's hard to find Dick Gregory spitting his knowledge anymore. It's all about him doing his stand-up late in his career. I don't want to see that shit. I want to see the shit with him on Vlad TV.
Later videos when he was on Vlad TV.
Yeah,
I don't want to see that Vlad TV shit.
Like, no, man, I want to see him spitting his knowledge, like his truth. You know what I mean? That's what I want. And take that shit off.
Yeah, definitely.
Because they knew something that we don't.
It's raw already out there. Yeah. He lived it. He's not seen it all.
Like, these guys were talking about how to heal your body. You know what I mean? How to make you a healthy person just by the simple fact that all you really got to do is fast. Like, bro, you get a cold, best way to take care of it, fast for a couple of days. Drink hot tea. That's all you should drink for those couple of days. Your cold will go away.
Yeah.
You just got to get the right. Right herbs.
More alkaline. Yeah, right herbs, right vegetables, right fruits, the right nuts and berries, and all that type of stuff. And trying to stay away from processed foods and not consuming so much of the fatty meats. Like, it's okay for like leaner for like chicken or like turkey or something like that. But like,
supposed to eat white meat
consumption.
Supposed to eat white meat. People ain't supposed to be eating red meat.
They ain't supposed to eat no red meat.
But everybody loves some bacon.
Not at all.
Everyone loves bacon.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. That's the only. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, like I'm like, dang, I'm about to sin for some of this pork, man. I don't mess with the swine. But it's hard to deny that smell of that bacon, man. Once they hit you know. Like,
bacon and a nice candied ham. Bro, you bake a nice little spiral candy ham in the oven with some brown sugar and some pineapple. I'll fuck that shit up, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, I ain't eating. I'm not eating. I eat the turkey.
Bring on the bacon.
Nope. Like, yo, you want to know what really turned me off on pork, though? For the most part, because I only eat ham once a year, and that's at Christmas. We were down south when I was younger. I was like 13, 14, and we went to South Carolina to look for grave sites. And we went to like some distant cousin's house, and they were having a fucking barbecue that day. and they had a straight fucking pig roast. Like, I no shit you, bro. Live pig at one point. They split the fucking neck, cleaned it all out,
Oh,
fucking stuck an apple in his neck, and fucking fried that son of a bitch. And
nah,
just sat there
I
and
never
watched.
seen it happen like that.
I just sat there and watched this shit. I'm like, yep, I'm good. I don't want none of that. Sitting there eating pork feet and pork ears and all that. Like,
Yeah,
y'all fucking nasty.
yeah. I used to tell my mom that's slave food. You know that, right? Like,
Yeah.
she
Same
really
thing with
didn't have nothing to say because she knew it.
Same
She's
thing
like,
with
come on,
lobster.
man, you know. I'm like, I'm not gonna eat that. So like, I'm
Same,
degrading myself by eating it. I don't have to. This
same
was
thing.
scraps that were given to people, and they didn't have no choice but to eat it. And y'all want to turn around and turn it into a delicacy. As soon as we were able to start eating other shit, we were supposed to leave that shit where it was at. We're not supposed to keep eating that.
It's the same thing with lobster. You know, they used to give lobster to English prisoners because it's so cheap. It's so easy to
Yep.
find. It's garbage fish of the sea. Same thing with shrimp. Those shits, man, people pay big dollars for that shit. You eating garbage.
That's how you create the demand by making it seem like there's a shortage of it. So it gives it more value to the other person that's buying it because they don't even know what the fuck it's worth anyway. You're the one that's putting the price on it.
Exactly.
Just like diamonds. Diamonds ain't worth all that much goddamn money. It's
Nope.
what they put on it. So they started it back then. Once they got women involved in it, it's over.
They told the whole was a whole marketing scheme. They said, let's tell
The whole
people that they're
market
rare.
scheme. That's why I was always,
Let's tell
a
people
girl's
that they're
diamond,
rare.
a girl's best friend. And you like, damn, son, I gotta go dish out this much of my salary to go put some on some John tan and then shit don't work out. You done invested all of that money, and now you ain't gonna get the ring back. Like, that don't make no sense.
That was another marketing scheme that the jewelry companies came up with. They started telling husbands back in the 1920s and 30s and shit, when it started to become customary to buy a wife a wedding ring, that in order for you to prove that you loved your wife, you had to buy her a ring 3 months to your salary.
Yeah.
Like, so
And it's like, damn.
you think about that, man. You got some people out here to make $100,000 a month. You gotta go out and buy her a $500,000 ring.
No.
Damn
Crazy,
near,
right?
because you think about $300,000 ring after taxes, going to be like 500,000, close to.
And then they fuck with your head and say shit like love don't cost a thing, but you gotta go dish out all this money for this ring though.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it didn't cost nothing.
Hey, my wife's wedding ring cost $80, and she's been wearing it for 14 years. Happy as hell.
I mean, but that's stuff like that's rare nowadays. You got a lot of people out there that they won't accept that $80 ring. You don't love me enough.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Because now you're putting my love to material value. So now this is why this becomes a contract, and it becomes like a conglomerate more than it becomes two people being in love and working together. It becomes a fucking business of us when it's just supposed to be it ain't supposed to be like that. Because now we're starting to look at each other like we're bills
Exactly.
and we're not human beings.
Exactly. That's what everything's broken down to. How much are you willing to give me?
You know, and the only person that's getting money is them. Ain't nobody else getting the money. Girl,
Exactly.
You know all this money I spent for this ring? We could have kept this in our pocket and kept this in the crib.
Exactly.
But you didn't even think about that. You didn't think about that because you think that putting this ring on and the bigger it is, you just want to show it off to some other John that your man loves you more when the bitch with the biggest ring, her husband got 5 other bitches.
Normally, yeah. That's normally how that one works.
Yo, I'm like, wow, y'all,
What's that old
really
saying?
got you confused.
What's that old saying? More money, more problems?
Yeah.
It's a song too.
You know what I mean? A broke man can't afford a side wife. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
You ain't lying about that. Like, that's just crazy. I'm like, wow, like they got us all fucked up thinking about it.
Exactly. Like, we should be working our asses off to afford a house or some shit like that, build for our family, not to pay off this fucking $300,000, $500,000 fucking wedding ring that I had to take out a whole fucking loan for.
And we didn't even talk about how much the wedding cost. We just talked about the ring.
Exactly. Because if you gotta buy her that expensive ring, imagine how big the wedding's gonna be.
Oh yeah. If you got to buy your expensive ring, you got to have the expensive wedding. Come on now, Daddy Warbucks. You can't. Come on, you can't go out like a cheapskate.
That's right. Couple thousand people. You know.
Yup. Dip into that 401k that you've been working at this job for 20 years. Dip in that 401k and pull that money out.
Pat can't really feel this conversation. You can see it in his face.
401k is just as much as I believe a scam as everything else that they feed you, like life insurance or health insurance.
Yeah, because you know how many people actually end up having to take out of the 401k before you even retire?
Yeah.
I know more
before you even die.
No, let me throw this out there, right? I had a 401k once. Okay, I was working for a restaurant, just a franchise, and they had 401k options, and it was a good option. It was $1 for dollar. So think about it, that's a good option. So I'd only had saved up in my 401k just a little under $300. It was, like 290. And when the stock market crashed, what was it, 2003 or 2004, something like that?
Right.
And part of that bailout money was some people's 401ks became expunged, and I was one of those people. So you just matched me. You matched me. I didn't have much, but at the first sign of trouble, you took it. So it's like that proves to me that it's just no more than bullshit.
Yeah.
If you
That's
invest it,
That was just you
Yeah,
giving me. That was just you giving me some of my money back for you working for me.
yeah.
right, But I'm just saying, at any given moment, it's never your money, man. You
No.
don't. The only money you have is the ones you got hidden under your mattress.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That doesn't. It's everything's like a loan to you. Everything's loaned to you. You'll never
That's
really
why they're trying to
own
get rid of
anything.
them. They're trying to get rid of the value of $1, so that way the people that've been saving their whole life that way won't have shit.
Yo, I
Yup.
was watching.
Exactly.
I was watching this thing earlier. They were going through old cartoons from the 80s and the 90s, and one of them, I would think it was. I want to say it was Ghostbusters from back in '86. They walked into this place to buy something from this guy. They gave him the money, jumped in the van, and dipped out real quick. And he run out of the barn talking about, this is American currency. It ain't worth nothing. That ain't foreshadowing. I don't know what is, man.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's crazy? They've been getting away with everything for so long that you almost do kind of get that cocky. You're like, yo, I'm going to show them exactly what I'm going to do to them in like their everyday cartoons and movies and shit. And they're going to be looking at it like it's just fantasy, not real.
Yo, you know
Or when it does happen in real life, they're going to think it's like some weird phenomenon. Like, oh, how did it happen? We see that in a movie. I'm like, come on, bro. It's just like a movie. Somebody created it happening.
Yo, you know China owns like 5 million or 500 million bonds of American bonds.
Yeah.
Like, and on top of that, we owe them like $6 trillion. Because every time we get into something financial lately, China's been the one bailing us out.
9.7 trillion, to be precise.
Oh, see, it's gone up.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
good. That's good. You did. That's good. You did that though, Pat. Too. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you got people that try to be the fact checkers. Like, oh, yeah, be up there talking truth, but you ain't say the right number. You said 6.
You said 7. No.
7. No, it wasn't 7. It was 9. Like, oh no. Got the fact finder right there, all at the same time. That way we could be right on point.
9.7.
For all you fact finders out there and fact checkers.
So you realize, okay, so with these bonds, okay, so say you have money invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in bonds, right? Or millions of dollars to be exact. And something happens, and the people that own your bond go bankrupt or sell out, right? Or to go for, let's say, we'll take the American dollar and make it be worth 2 pennies. Okay, all your savings, all those bonds, everything that you've paid interest for your entire existence of owning that bond, it means absolutely nothing. That goes to the next buyer, to the next investor. So therefore, again, just put your money in your mattress. You know,
Yeah.
uh,
I mean,
do
that
what you
at
can
the
when
end of
you
the day
can.
was always my thought process anyway.
Get you in some cryptocurrency because unfortunately, that's the
Yeah,
future.
yeah,
I
it
think
is,
I really
and they
think
can't stop it.
money into gold.
They can't stop it.
They can't stop it. They've already spent too much money putting everything into play for it to not
Yep.
follow through.
Yeah. I think
It can
they
though.
betted on the average Joe not catching on and being able to get in where they fit in like they always been. They wasn't expecting the average Joe. They just thinking that we're going to be happy, just feeling like I can play the stock market. They didn't think that people were going to start researching and actually finding out about it.
They can
Hmm.
stop it though. Because do you know there's only a finite number of cryptocurrency? There's only so much
A what?
Bitcoin. There's only so much Bitcoin. Like it's not infinite like you would think it is. Like when the guy made Bitcoin, he only made enough to be mined originally, and all the Bitcoins have been mined. Is the way they put it. Some like programming thing. It was for fucking programmers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like
Untraceable money.
yeah, so like the guy that made Bitcoin, like he's got like $500 million in Bitcoin, but it's never once been touched. Never once has it been withdrawn or nothing, transferred, nothing. That man's been killed somewhere. Someone tried to get into that money. He didn't give him the passcode, and he's been killed.
Mm,
Or
And they
he's
found
just
the
sitting back waiting. Like he knows,
could
just
be.
like Pat just said, that's what it's going to. And when it does, I'm gonna be the richest man alive.
because that 500 million could easily turn into 1.5 billion and double, you know.
And here's the crazy thing: they say that the person that invented Bitcoin is from China. He is a Chinese man. Not to be racist or nothing, but I've always said China's gonna take over the world.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I,
maybe the person that
oh,
owns this $500 million in Bitcoin, the most of anybody that has in Bitcoin, is really the leader of China.
if
The
not in
Bitcoin's the
cahoots,
new gold.
Huh?
if not in cahoots, I said it. If not, it could be in, definitely have some way somehow being in cahoots. Got to. Dude's a tech genius. He had all this going on. He's already a nationalist. We're gonna pull him in.
Well, it's a
We got to. We
dictatorship.
ain't just gonna let him free roam.
It's a dictatorship. So I think he made him set it up and then just made him give money to him. You know what I'm saying? Like you just give me the
I'm gonna
money.
follow the rules. Just give him my money.
Fuck yeah. If you don't, he's gonna kill
I'm gonna
you.
follow the rules. And that defeats the whole purpose of getting all that money to begin with. So like he's like, yeah, just let me chill. Let me get my money. I ain't gonna say nothing, man.
I mean, if you're thinking about and you're thinking about really wanting to take over the world, this is the best way to do it.
Yeah. And they
Or
are
the,
very and Chinese
or
nationalists are very loyal to the country.
or the real person that made Bitcoin is really Bill Gates, and the whole Chinese thing is just the cover. That's how he once again becomes the richest man in the world. I got more cryptocurrency than everybody, and no, you can't buy any of it.
No, he'll become the richest man again when he starts to produce whatever he's going to produce on all this farmland.
I don't even think he's up there that far. I think he's dropped a lot, man. I think there like, and honestly, I don't even think you can really count it accurately. Because how you really gonna put a value on these people over in like Dubai and shit who have whole houses made of gold?
I know.
Like, think about it, bro. Saddam Hussein was crazy rich. He had a whole palace and 100% made of gold.
Like, yeah, so how do you, I don't know, how do you define that person? Like, what tax bracket do they fit in?
Yo,
Like, they don't even
No.
fit in the bracket. They're outside the bracket. They make the bracket. How about that? That sounds even better. They make the bracket.
They make themselves elite.
Yep.
What's the best
exactly.
way to What's the best way to be an elite? Buy your freedom
Yep.
and then invest in the world.
And have all the power to all the natural resources, to all the security forces, to all the intelligence, to all the technology, and then slowly but surely, you already got yourself a little piece of the world.
Yo, you know that they can cut a little piece off of a feather of a chicken and create chicken breast and chicken drumsticks and all that shit, biogenetically made, like never once alive chickens, like that's just fucking no. You would never get me
Dude,
to eat that.
McDonald's is
Crazy.
McDonald's has been doing that for years with their burger.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
There's
McDonald's.
it's a meat substitute.
No. It is the meat portion of it is 100% meat. Like that's an actual thing. Like I work. Nah, bro. I'm a they,
But I know. I remember. That's already. I know. I know.
but
That
but
was forever.
it's the preservatives that they put in there that's not real, man. That's that
Nah.
biogenetic shit. That's the shit that's not
Nah.
like bro, there's no reason, there's no way in hell that I can get a box of fucking frozen patties, stick them in a freezer, and they can sit there for up to fucking year, 2 years.
Man, not even just that. It was for me because when I met y'all, when I came out to Syracuse, and we was all working at McDonald's. That's the
Yep.
first time I ever seen I've seen processed foods, but I've never seen it like firsthand how it works in the food industry. That was like my
Yeah.
first go at seeing that. And man, when I put that burger on there, when I first took the burgers out, and I'm grabbing it. I'm like, nigga, this shit is like I could knock you out if I threw this from across the room.
Yep.
And then you put it on the clamshell, and it came down. And then I looked at how long it was, and then when it came back up, and I looked at it, I was like, no, we'll never eat another burger from here again.
Yep.
Fact.
Because them quarter pounders and everything, they don't cook all the way through when they pull them off the grill. They finish cooking when they put them in the cabinet. Because I'm not even supposed to give it to you right off the grill because of that. Like,
Oh, okay. Now I this. Now
Like-
me, I'm like, oh, those ain't even no. That's not a spud. That ain't a French fry, man. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. But that damn sure ain't no French fry though.
and whatever it is, honestly, it's been cooked before it even got to the store.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And all you just did is like a little flash fry on there.
Real quick, for anybody who's listening on this conversation tonight, and maybe work at McDonald's and have any sort of, story that you could tell us, maybe give us your opinion on what you think they make their food out of. Go ahead and drop it down in the comments right after you hit that like button. Appreciate you.
Have everybody talk shit
There's the
about
plug.
McDonald's.
Continue.
And like,
Yeah. Keep it plugged in. Because definitely can come back with updates. Like, hey, you remember we were talking about McDonald's. You said something about McDonald's before, but
Right.
I found out
Can you
some
tell me
more.
exactly
I like how
what
you're thinking, Pat.
Soylexin is?
I like how you're thinking, Pat. You're still trying to get that Chick-fil-A sponsorship.
Nah.
Always thinking.
Nah. That's why I always got the Bills flag in the background. I'm trying to get that sponsorship.
Well, I mean, we don't have a Bojangles up here, so.
We got a sorry ass Popeyes.
Yeah, it is sorry too, man. Whoever thought of putting Cajun spices in your mashed potatoes should just go to hell. They don't go together. And then giving me plain rice. Put the gravy in the fucking rice and make it dirty rice. You're supposed to put those seasonings in the rice. Like, it made no sense. It made me mad, bro.
You're right, though. It doesn't make any sense, though. Should have been the other way.
Yeah, they got it backwards.
Tell us how you really feel, Joe. Give them hell.
Honestly, honest opinion about it.
Just talk about the mashed potatoes.
I think Popeyes, if they're a fresh biscuit, it's a better biscuit than KFC.
Oh yeah, hands down.
Nobody beats a Red Lobster biscuit though.
Fuck that. No one beats a Bojangles biscuit. Best biscuits hands down in the world. Biscuits and gravy first thing in the morning, bro. What?
I don't know, man. I mean, I like Bojangles biscuits now. They are good, but something about them cheddar biscuits at Red Lobster, just they're over the top.
Don't anybody take it this racist out here, because I'm not racist, but that's some white people shit.
Oh man.
Nah, man.
Yo, I'm the guy that goes. Yo, I go to Red Lobster to eat chicken Alfredo. Like, I don't even go there to eat seafood. I get the chicken Alfredo so I can get the fucking biscuit.
I don't go to Red Lobster. I don't eat seafood. I don't like the texture and smell.
Yeah. Not too much. Nah, not at all.
A gift card's a gift card, though. You got
another meal I've never understood. Yeah. Oxtail. That is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen, bro. Well, I'm sorry. I know that hit a bone, but like, bro, it don't even smell good.
It doesn't smell good. Oh man. Oh man. To each his own, man. It's a delicacy.
Just saying. Oxtail.
Kind of like them old blacks in the South eating pig's feet and eating hog moss and all that.
And liver pudding. Like, who the hell decides the sausage fucking liver? You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
That's just fucking disgusting.
It sounds downright barbaric.
Or a blood sausage. Who wants to eat blood?
It sounds barbaric. It's like, wow, what the hell? Like, damn, you couldn't get no closer to it being somebody else.
Like, if that doesn't sound like a satanic ritual, I don't know what does.
You never lied.
Probably the people who eat blood sausage are the same people who already have red wings. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Fuck as it is.
That's only acceptable if it's the blood of a virgin and you're doing like a sacrifice. It's the only time you're able to drink blood. I'm sorry. I know Irish people did weird shit like that too.
That's pretty deep, bro.
Yeah, that's something too that we've probably already known for like years and years, and it's just like starting to like become something that's mainstream that people are starting to like keep their eyes open and their heads up to paying attention to it.
Maybe that's the true way that all of our ancestors were able to live for hundreds and thousands of years. Because if you look back in like the Bible, like Genesis and all the early stages before Christ, the Old Testament, those people were living before the flood. They were living like thousands of years, bro. Maybe that's why they were doing all those blood sacrifices, drinking bloods of virgins, and they gave them fucking superpowers.
I mean,
I
believe if they go that hard for it, that there has
to
be some type of validity to it. There has to be. Like, our imaginations can take us to start thinking about other things, but just seeing how much effort that they put into it just off rip, that there has to be some validity to it. We just got to just get down to the bottom of it. But it's pretty much right there in your face. They show you on TV. It's even like I was talking about that with a lady friend of mine about pornography. Like, it almost like that pornography kind of stems from that little hidden obsession of wanting to do things with children. Because it's like it's almost like even like not now, like maybe like in the past like 15, 20 years, things have been changing. And like, because I guess like the more curvy women are starting to get more praise and things like that in society. But back then, like in pornos, you'd see a little girl and you would know she was grown, but she was like flat chested. She like had like a little skinny like teenager body.
The way
So
they
it was
do
like
it,
that fascination. And it was like the fascination of looking at someone that doesn't, that they're not a kid, but it looks like it. It kind of like almost helps them fulfill that fascination of wanting to do things with children.
the way they do it nowadays is gonna sound really weird. You go on Pornhub right now, bro, and you
The
just
weirdest shit, son.
yo, bro, go in on a incognito web tab so that there's no search history or nothing like that, and you just look at the titles, and they're all
I've seen it.
most of them will be stepmom,
Yeah,
stepsister. You know what I mean? Like,
I see the direction that they're trying to take. Like the full-on agenda that they're really trying to push. As you start
yo, they
connecting
push
all the dots, you start
they
seeing
push
things
incest
changing.
like a
You're like, damn, you
motherfucker.
can't even go look up a good porno. Like you
Yeah.
pop it up and it's like weird shit. It's like stepmom and stepsister, and I'm like, oh, I want to sleep with my dad's best friend, and he's got you in the garage. I'm like, how is that
Exactly.
even remotely going to get you like aroused? If that gets you aroused, then all types of other deviants will start to get you. You'll start opening up to that because you already opened up to that. So if I already did that, then why not do this?
They're trying to push incest, man. The ultimate sin.
Yeah. I'm like, I definitely peeped that. I was like, well, I'm like, shit, man. I was in the mood to pleasure myself, and they fucked it up off the first screen. I'm like, I don't even want to be on here, man. Now I feel like a filthy person. I'm like, I can't even believe I was about to do that.
I mean, shit. Even thinking about it when we were growing up, man. Like, Pat, Pat's laughing. Like, Pat was a little
that was
older.
a good one, man. That was funny as fuck. I'm just saying.
That was really cheesy, though. Oh my god, those were terrible. Those were like C Hollywood films and shit. Like it was just terrible acting.
Yeah, and it's funny because when we were kids, it was all college chicks. That's how they pushed it in the porn industry. It was college chicks that, like you said, were flat chested, no ass, no nothing. And now they just use your stepsister. Or shit, there's some of them that even go out there and say little sister, little, you know what I mean, best friend's little sister and shit like that. Like, well, damn, bro.
Horny grandma is stuck and can't get up. You might as well take advantage.
Exactly.
You know what? This brought me to a question that I want to ask now because we're saying that, and it kind of brings everything together. Does art imitate life, or does life imitate art?
I think
art imitates life because it's somebody's perspective of what it should be.
And they put the twist on it.
I think it does both, only in this instance.
Yeah.
Right? You have a person who sees what's in front of them and depicts it, right? And then you have another person that's never seen that but sees the depiction of it and says, ooh, I want that. So both have influenced each other. Like,
but
it's like
if the person wasn't putting it out there for the person to see, the person would have never saw it.
Exactly. So they both feed into each other. It's a paradox. It's like it's like the chicken and the egg. Which one comes first? Because essentially, you need both stages to have the ultimate ending of a new chicken or a new egg. Like,
yeah. And there's so many different reiterations for that too. You could be like, "Yo, what's more important, the flour or the soil?"
Exactly.
You're stuck because you're like, you could try to pick a side, but when you really get down to the nitty gritty, it's like you can't pick a side. I think it works both ways. But when you control what everyone can see, it kind of almost makes art imitate life. It makes life imitate art more.
Yeah, because you
wouldn't act that way if you didn't see these things in front of your face. When these types of things weren't put in front of people's face, they didn't have these urges to do these things. And especially when it looks like it's acceptable. Now it's like, okay, like I could do that, and I ain't gonna be judged for it. Like,
look how quick and how easy it was for like real drugs to push like their way into the suburbs, to where you got all these kids out there thinking that they're real drug dealers and they push drugs and all this stuff. Like, look how easy it was. All they had to do was just make a couple hit songs, target the right people, and now you got kids that are nationally known artists, like that come from these suburban situations and portray things that they're not, and get rich and famous.
Yep. Off
Like,
of pretty much,
like your boy,
off of pretty much someone else's destruction.
like your boy Takashi. You know, the ultimate government plant. That
Yep.
dude's a government plant, bro. That kid's
Off the
straight.
top.
Yeah, that kid's straight from the suburbs and all like that, man. You can see pictures of him before he got famous, all buttoned up,
I
no
don't.
tattoos, and then the next thing you know, he's famous, got tattoos all over the place, ratting everybody out.
Yeah, but I think it was more like I think they turned him into a plant after they seen like all the gravitation that he got to his movement and how it did kind of change like how these little young kids are. Like
Or,
they like now they all walk around as if everything's demon time. I'm like, God damn, when I thought we was godly. When the hell did we turn on demon time?
or was the gravitation to his movement only there because he was backed before he got there?
By that, yeah,
Because think about it, man. Dude just fucking came out of nowhere. Next
yeah,
thing
he
you know,
did.
one day he's big. They can do that to anybody,
They could.
you know.
All you
They
gotta
can
do
make
is be willing to do whatever they say.
exactly. I can make you rich and famous tomorrow.
You say what? And you ain't never written a song. You probably don't even got a good voice. But we got these people in here that do this engineering. They'll make a crackhead sound like Whitney Houston.
Because what was the first song that made him famous? That what was it, Gumbo or whatever?
Gummo?
Yeah, the one where he was just pretty much yelling.
Yeah. But that's what the kids like these days. They like aggression and energy. Everything's all about aggression all the time. I'm like, damn, these are some really depressed and angry. These are some kids that weren't loved. I don't know what happened.
Here's where I'm going with this. Can you name one line out of that song?
Oh, the most famous out of there. Blicky got the sticky. Talk about having a gun.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. That's it. That's pretty much the only real words that he put together. The whole song.
That's it.
Was two
or
words.
You hear him say something about or you hear him say a gang sass. That's probably the only other words that you really like that really caught your ear. Like, you seen gang culture and you seen some dude with rainbow color hair, so that automatically just want to make you. And you see what all these dudes look like gangsters. You like, how the hell?
That's what screams. That's what screams plant.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody that's put there to just garner people's attention. That's it.
I don't know any of his songs. I've never listened to any of his music. I believe if you look like a clown.
He's got one song with Nicki Minaj that he straight admitted that he doesn't know anything that he said in the song.
Right, but I'm just saying, if you look like a clown, chances are you're a clown.
Walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. It's normally what?
A clown.
Duck.
Motherfucking duck.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Straight down the middle. Straight down the middle. It's kind of funny because it's like it's hard sometimes to see it though. It's hard to see it sometimes. They mask it up real good until things like this happen, and then you're like. But I've already seen it off. Top anyway. It's just that I just like music, so it's just that when it was eye popping, it was eye catching. It was just something to catch my attention, something to take my mind off of all this crazy having to sit in the house for all these months bored.
Yeah, that's what this is on for a lot of people. They've been having nothing to do for the first time in their life for a long time, so they get the chance to look at different shit. It's been eye-awakening for everybody.
Yeah,
educate
definitely.
yourselves.
But see, that's the thing. There's so much shit out there that people get blinded by the wrong thing. That's how you have people that, you know what I mean, get so dead set that one person's better than the other. Biden's better than Trump. Trump's better than Biden. Like, they're the same person.
I don't understand that though.
Just different hats.
I think the one we really need to be worried about is Kamala.
Oh, Cuomo?
No, Kamala Harris.
Oh, Kamala? I mean,
think about it.
She came from California. She had snake off the whip.
The way I'm going with it, look at what she was wearing at the inauguration. that fits perfect with Revelation 17:14 or 17:4 with what the Antichrist was wearing, and then her golden cups of filth and abominations and all that shit.
Yeah.
What was she known for in California? Locking up black people for nothing. So that means in your hands is the corrupt justice system of America, which you're going to release upon America because you stop private prisons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my interpretation of it. She's the one.
Oh yeah.
She's the one we
Yeah.
need to be worried about.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When I found out she was from California, that kind of just like rubbed me off. At first, I wasn't paying too much because I'm like, I don't really know anyone until they bring their name up, because they're not like most of these people. They're not from like our home state. So if it's not someone from our home state that's being represented as like the running mate, we're not gonna really know too much about the person until we do our due diligence and do our research and find out who the person really is. And I'm like, wait a minute. She's shouting Black Lives Matter. Why wasn't she doing that for all them goddamn years that she was working in California, locking niggas the fuck up?
What I want to know, what they got on Bernie that makes him want to concede every time. Because think about it, man. That's who the country really wants to be its president. We all really want Bernie Sanders. That's who everybody was willing to vote for before Biden won. We all wanted Bernie Sanders. And then Biden just won out of nowhere.
Got him in their back pocket, right?
Just like he did.
One of them.
Just like he did with Trump.
A vanilla envelope on him.
Like they got something on him, just makes him say, "All right, yeah, I'll concede." Every time.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Leverage.
Like I
Gotta
understand.
have leverage over your opponent.
Like I understand a lot of people think that socialism is communism, but is Sweden a communistic country? Do we look at Sweden that way? Because they're socialist.
No.
They're a socialist country.
No.
Like they're way more advanced than us. Do you know their prison system? Everybody get locked up unless you've been locked up before for like murder. You have a release date. Their whole prison system is based to make you learn how to assimilate. To learn how to assimilate in the culture. Like to the point to where you're not in a prison cell, bro. They give you an apartment. And you have a job every day you have to go to. You have to maintain your apartment. Yep. All of that type of shit.
Yeah, I watched the whole documentary on that, and I was like, but when you have people that run the society, that their plan is to not make the society better because it's going to be easier for them to keep control if we don't empower the people that are at the lowest totem pole. We don't want that to happen, because then all the prisoners will come out and they're going to start all these companies and businesses. And then next thing you know, we're going to be ran out because they're going to really work.
But see, that's how they create their own downfall, because the greatness of a country is made off of your lower class. How does your lower class live? That's what made America great fucking 20, 30 years ago. Because shit, Pat, you were poor growing up too, right? Manly, you were poor too growing up too, right? Now let's all be honest. Let's all be honest. Exactly. Let's all be honest. Did we all ever go weeks without eating?
Never.
Did any of us have to go fucking plant and forage our own food, have to live with unfiltered water, any of that?
Nope.
All right then. See, that's my point. Nowadays, look, just point example, Flint, Michigan. These people living with fucking no clean water for fucking 4 years now, 5 years now. That's a third world country type shit.
Yeah. Right in our back door.
How do you feel about that, Pat?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to interpret it. No matter what, George Carlin said it best, that just these people don't give a fuck about you. That's it. All you are is a statistic.
Yeah.
You're a statistic that helps feed the great steam engine that is the Americas. Because although we're separate, South America, Central America, Canada. It's all America. It's one big giant fucking country, and we all
Yeah.
work with each other. But in the face of the communities, we have to look divided, and one has to be the enemy because therefore, at the end of the day, we have to protect our image, and our image is we can't be a superpower and everybody's friend at the same time. We have to have enemies. Enemies is competition, and competition keeps us in business.
Yes. Drives economies. That's why you
Yeah.
love wars.
The big machine.
You know who
Love a
finance
war.
both. You know who finances both sides of every war.
Is it? Hold on. I know Soros got his hands in there somewhere, but I would think it was probably the Rothschilds, to be honest with myself.
Yep,
That's what I would think it is.
The Rothschilds.
They got control
Since
of the central bank. They got the money.
since like the War of like 1912 or like World War One, some dumb shit like that, some crazy
World
shit.
War One.
Yeah, World War One. They have financed every single war, both sides.
Both sides. Because
Both sides.
at the end of the day, it don't matter what side wins. I win.
Yep, exactly.
If I join one side, I can lose.
Now look at
If I
this.
join one side, I can lose.
We
I
went
put all my
over.
resources in this one side and still lose.
We go over to Germany. We fuck up Germany. You know what I mean? Throw bombs on them, shoot up everything, blow up buildings. Who do you think paid to rebuild Germany after that happened?
Yeah, the same
We
people
did.
that wanted to fight you, because all they
We
really
did.
wanted was to get you out the way because you wasn't with the plan.
Yeah. Now the reason why I say this, we paid to rebuild their country. Their economy is better than ours. Like they're like everything about them, their education system, like shit. Even the way that they don't even really teach the war about over there. Like they teach that it happened, but they don't go into why. Like who really won that war? Like shit, they infiltrated our government. All the
Yeah,
scientists and shit like that, they infiltrated ours and Russia's government. They didn't even kill Hitler. He lived until he's 90 something in South America. Like, come on, man, who won that war?
they
It's only,
did.
yeah, so it's only a facade that we won it.
Yeah,
Because
because it was like different
that's
sides of the same coin.
that's what made the better story.
Yeah,
America's got to be the tough guys, the justice squad, always in the right, the Avengers, whatever you want to
yeah.
call them. That's
The World
America.
Police.
Yep.
Remember that movie, Team America: World Police? And it's funny now because now that I'm older, if you went back and watched that movie, all that satire comedy was trying to open your eyes, but they knew they couldn't do it all the way out there, so they were going to do it in comedy.
Yep.
Hmm.
Because it's harder to find them trying to preach something to you in comedy because you're so busy worrying about laughing.
Well, think about it.
America, fuck yeah, coming to
Every,
save the motherfucking day, yeah.
And they're
every
coming through and slaughtering shit and slaughtering everything, and they're like, "Yeah, we're the heroes." I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
they don't look
every
like the heroes though.
every time there's a bad guy in a movie, it's always someone who we're currently, you know what I mean, in beef with. You know what I'm
A
saying?
country that we always have some type of problem with. Yeah, you're
Like
absolutely right too
like
about that too.
Die Hard, it was the Ukrainian. Same thing with
Yup.
Back to the
The
Future.
Eastern Europeans and shit. Yup.
Then you know, I mean, a
Rock,
lot of other movies. It's
Rocky
always
was with Russia.
yep. A
Yup.
lot, a
Yup.
lot of
Rocky, America versus Russia. Perfect.
a lot of Asian bad evil guys. Because you know, I mean, we're always in war with China. And
Hmm.
nowadays, a lot of it's Middle Eastern guys. It's always that guy over in Dubai in the big tower. You know what I'm
Yup.
saying?
Or they'll
Like,
play into Africa because Africa has a lot of backing coming from the Middle East.
yep. Shit, then nowadays they're just calling and asking if you want to extend your car's warranty.
You ain't lying, man. You ain't lying at all.
Sir, I was calling you because I heard that you have been approved for a brand new Visa credit card, or you've got those. Just tell me your email address. Could you please do that? Thank you. What? What? Who are you? What did you wait? What the fuck did you just say to me? And then click.
Bro, I think we just found an amazing thing for you to do
I
on here.
was like, hold on, who the fuck is that talking?
I think we should just totally prank call people because you sounded like that. Just have you call random restaurants and just like cussing them out. They fucked up your order or something. You fuck you and you mother
Do you have the
sucker.
number? Do you have the number for Domino's? Yes, I got the pizza from the Pizza Hut, and it was very good, but it was very expensive. I've got big family.
Oh man, that was you caught me way off guard. I was like, I was standing back. I'm like, did my phone just answer like a creditor's calling my phone or something? Like, what was that? Like that was the closest to authentication.
Yeah, that was pretty good, man. I think that's what we should do. Totally make a video of Pat prank calling somebody. So if you guys got somebody
my Lord.
I mean,
you want us to prank call with our friend, we'll call him Ahmoud.
Yeah, and definitely when you got definitely when you put the interaction out there, the interaction that makes someone like, I can't. I know who I'm about to get. That's yeah.
We'll have a weekly Ahmoud section.
well, I mean, I do a lot of different voices. That's one of my gifts. I think imitation is the ultimate form of flattery.
Yeah, it is.
He does a horrible Cleveland.
It is. Especially when you're only using it in that expression to imitate the person. It's not like you using it as you're trying to steal it, and even like it's like you're not trying to make no ends off of using it. You're doing it just for the comedic value of it. So you can't have a problem with that.
So
everybody does those types of voices when they don't be in front of a camera, when they're not around everybody else. But then, as soon as when they get around other people, they lose who they are.
So one thing we like to do around here when we bring people on, which is only the second time, is
thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah, thank you, much appreciated, bro.
Oh man,
once again,
mine, man.
I said it earlier. Band Lab, look at my boy Bad Seed, great music.
Yeah, you can throw the Bad Seed, man. Bandlab.com, man.
But if you got one message you could put out to the world, what would it be?
I would say love. I would say love. Don't love blindly. That you let people use you for your love.
Okay.
Hell
just something we like to do out here, man. Let everybody get their word out. Everyone's got some message.
That right there, man, means everything.
For real.
Yeah, that's how you change the world, man. Like this, just this right here, man. This conversation, they don't want us to have this conversation. Shit, we got a black man, a white man, and an Indian dude sitting down having a conversation about some real shit. We can't allow that. You know?
And no one's and nobody wants to go to fisticuffs.
No.
They're not arguing. They're like trying to find a solution within the problem that they've put out there that they're speaking about.
And this
yeah,
is
crazy.
They definitely don't want it.
Yo, Joe, remember when you asked me? You remember when you asked me that same question, or I asked you that same question?
Yep.
What was my answer? Love. Love is the cure-all, man. It's in everything if you pay attention to it.
Yeah. Everything else stems off of that. It either stems from love or fear. All the other type of emotions all just kind of still stem from that.
Shit. Best things in life are always hidden behind fear, anxiety, and just any type of fucking scared emotion you can think of, man.
Impotence.
Yeah, I think I would put anxiety. I would put anxiety in the first box. It's like it's still a part of it, but it is its own separate entity. But it still falls under that same umbrella of fear.
But as soon as you get past those moments, you've entered something that's so beautiful that you never even imagined. That's just how life works, man. Like sometimes you just gotta jump. As simple as it is.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what else would heal the world too? On top of love,
Ball
music.
tickles.
Music.
Yeah.
Music's the core of everything in life. We all carry a rhythm.
I mean, I think
Yeah.
if chicks would just randomly tickle guys' balls, that'd also cure the world too. But we'll go with music.
Yeah, man.
Or you know,
If they start
create
making some of these
problems.
OnlyFans, they got the prices, maybe the world will change. I don't know, man.
Why the hell am I gonna go on OnlyFans when I can go on Pornhub for free?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you know why? Because sometimes it'd be a girl sometimes it'd be a girl you know. You went to school with her or whatever. You seen her around the neighborhood mad times, and you always thought about what she looked like naked. I don't want to pay to see you naked, you know what I'm saying? But I still always wanted to see what you look like naked. I think that's pretty much what it is that brings so many people to it. It's like the girl that you seen in high school that you always wanted to see her naked, and now you could watch the girl that you were jacking your dick off in a sixth period in the bathroom to.
Hey.
Now you can watch her get real.
Hey, if the girl that I want to see naked don't want me to see her naked, the universe will let me know, man. I ain't gonna pay for
I
it.
know. I damn sure ain't.
That's why.
Damn sure ain't. Never been
That's
that
why
serious.
That's why we got Pornhub. She wanted me to see her naked. That's why she put it up on a free porn site.
She's getting paid not through me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at her for getting paid as long as it didn't come out of my pocket.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, prostitution is the oldest job on earth. They did a study with
I respect your
chimpanzees.
hustle, just don't hustle me.
Pat, I know you love these, man. I know you love my chimpanzee facts. They did a study with chimpanzees to where they started paying the chimps for good behaviors, and they were paying them with coins, right? And then these chimps would acquire the coins and then be able to use the coins to buy bananas, right? So that way they had that, they gave them a currency basis.
Mm-hmm.
And they started to find out that the male chimps would give all of their coins to the female chimps for sex.
It's just a natural human instinct.
Exactly.
It's like that.
But you know what the crazy thing is? In nowadays world, they make that illegal. Say, nah, you can't do that. But a chimp can do it. A chimp can walk up to another chimp and say, hey, here's all my money. Let's go. But I can't go up to a woman who's willing and say, here's all my money. Let's go. No, that's illegal. We're two willing adults. I don't buy hookers, but I'm just saying, why is that illegal?
We don't condone that. We don't condone that in any way, shape, or form.
I condone it. It's not legal.
I condone it.
I condone it. If you want to go buy a hooker, go buy a hooker. Man.
Allegedly. We'll sprinkle allegedly's in there. Allegedly.
Like, if you want to go buy a hooker, go buy a hooker. You're a grown-ass man, and she's a grown-ass woman. You got money, she's got coochie. That's a fair transaction.
I'm about to say, shit, that sounds like a good barter to me.
Like, what's the difference between me going there at a massage parlor and getting a back rub? Either one's a release.
Nah, you know what the difference is? They not getting their motherfucking cut. That's the problem. They don't give a fucking thing. Come on, man. The way the world is, they don't give a damn about none of that. It's the fact that they haven't found a way for them to tax that shit. As soon as they can find a way to really corner that market and tax motherfucking prostitution to where it's like they can make it globally to where bitches ain't even gonna want tips no more. They're gonna be going to like these huge companies and selling books now. Like it's just gonna be like if it's gonna get there, they've got to find a way to do it. And it's good to put things like they're like OnlyFans because now we got this one website that's getting all this type of content from just regular everyday people when that's really not something that would really be promoted out here like in general public. So it's like not a problem anymore. 20 years ago, if somebody would have said something like this, man, people would have lost their fucking mind.
Facts. I don't know what happened there, but he was being honest.
Decepticons happened for a second.
Yeah, Decepticons definitely happened.
Nah, my headphones died.
I was about to say, man, it even went weird for a minute there too. I could hear him, but it was all whoa, 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 whoa in the background. But no, you was spitting some real shit though. I can still hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just more easy for them to promote it as something that's socially acceptable. They always want it to be, but you know, you always got them goddamn Bible thumpers, or not even the Bible thumpers, just people that have a mind that really works for themselves. They like, nigga, that's not something that should be out there for the normal. Like that's something like it was supposed to be like a job that it's something you have to know somebody to know somebody to know somebody to be really getting into like a porno type of business or something. But now you don't even have to do that shit. You could be right in your room, and now you got a whole porn studio in your room.
You know, I used to be a male dancer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't believe
I
that.
danced under the name of Ruby Utters. Didn't really
Ruby
go all that well.
Oh, you was a male stripper back in the day?
Ruby Utters
Oh
though.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Man,
shit, they could do it in that ass for some cash.
Did you come out in a cow costume?
come on, Joe. Let's be realistic here. Of course not.
You went with a donkey. I got you.
Oh no, it was just assless chaps and a cowboy hat. That's all you need.
I'm just saying, you called yourself Ruby Utters or Ruby Utters.
Put some old like
There we go.
I don't know.
That's a good one. But yeah,
It was just it was a social experiment, that's all.
Yeah. For something that they want to put.
Never been a male dancer. I haven't done that. Not really to dance. The only time I dance is on Fortnite. Dance like a beast on Fortnite.
Nah, I never met a man in person, like personally myself, that I know ever did that. But you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, being a guy, shit, women are the one that really like to spend like that anyway. Shit, I could walk out there with some stacks. What? Get that old grandma, man, that ain't got no man, but you know, she worked real hard her life. She go out there one of them nights, you know what I'm saying, with her little young nieces and all that. She go up in there and spend a band on them dudes.
I mean, that sounds like a nice plan. Find a lady who's about 85, rich, but single, looking to mingle. I'm down for it. You only got about 5 years left. Let's go.
There you go, Joe. Just all you gotta do is send her the link for your OnlyFans account.
I should start one, right? Just do house chores shirtless. I bet you women pay to see that dude, dad bod, doing house chores. Oh, that's sexy right there, baby. Mm-hmm.
Yo, have you?
Oh,
have you
he
looked
changed
those
his
spray bottles
diapers.
for your
Oh shit.
Oh man, see, you never know, man. It's really like that. I can only imagine what type of content is on OnlyFans that people actually really pay for. I don't even really want to know. My mind already itself can already take me places that I don't need to see, but I can only imagine.
But see, I got a curiosity like a son of a bitch, man. If it was free, I'd totally know. I don't want to pay to know.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not trying to pay to find out. If it was free, I might jump down the rabbit hole and take me a little peek at something. But to pay to see it? Oh no! What if I don't like it? So I don't get my money back? No, that's not how this works.
I bet you there's some people out there doing some crazy shit, man.
I seen them doing crazy shit on TikTok, so I can only imagine what they doing on OnlyFans for money. They doing it on TikTok for free.
Yeah.
See the girl down the street, she looking like a dime, so you go check her out on OnlyFans, and she dropped this panties and look like a beat up piece of hamburger meat. You don't know what the fuck just happened. You want your money back.
Shit, since we brought up TikTok, if you like gamer videos, Tug the Kid. Subscribe, follow.
That's right. I'm all out there.
JJ, man, he's a beast. He does a lot of gamer montages on that TikTok shit, man.
And that's the lane, really. It's just like that's definitely that type of platform will never be able to hold like the type of content that I would think about even distributing.
Yeah. No.
Like it's more just like easy or just like funny or
it's like 10, 15-second clips.
Yeah. Just helping you have just helping the next generation bringing their attention span down.
Yep. That's all I need.
Take your attention span down for right now. I just had you for 15 years watching 15-second videos. So if nothing hits you in 15 seconds, you will not look at it. You will click on something else.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's like that now already, man. Like I like just like simple things. Like I understand not a lot of people watch this and a lot of people don't think it's interesting, but I look at the stats, see how long people actually watch for. Like most people dip off after the first fucking 30 seconds. Because if you don't do nothing crazy in the first 30 seconds, oh, I don't want to watch this.
Yep.
Like, shit, why I gotta come out and make myself look like an asshole? We can't just have a normal conversation?
Yeah. And see, it even reinforces it more to make even people that want to get out like a conscious good message for you to have to like change your content up to be able to try to catch viewers.
Yeah.
And it makes the start trying to feel like it's going the other direction. Like I didn't try to go for that type of route. I try to go for this route.
Exactly. I just want to talk about what the fuck I want to talk about. If I get high and I want to be like, yo, man, I think white people are aliens. Then why not? Shit. Like,
I still got freedom of speech.
exactly. But you don't in this country, man. You got freedom of speech as long as it don't hurt no one's feelings.
Yeah.
Like right now, Pat's hurt over there because he's like, Joe's always calling me an alien. I got blue eyes, so I'm an alien.
No, you've only been calling me an alien just recently. It's never been all the time thing.
Oh, man.
He just recently joined them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of the Anunnaki, man. I'm telling you.
Oh man.
Yeah. I'm telling you, that's what it is. Caucasian blood, man. You guys are aliens. That's why the sun don't like you. That's why you guys get sunburnt and sun poisoning.
I believe it.
You guys came from Mars. You already fucked up Mars. Now you're coming here trying to fuck up Earth.
The power of the devil behind you.
Now, if anybody out there gets offended by that, I was just joking. Like, get your panties out of a bunch.
He really thinks I'm an alien.
I really do, guys. I really do think that Caucasian people are from Mars. Yes.
I mean, I know. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm like going along the same lines that I'm like the black guy, so it's kind of biased for me to say that.
I'm just saying, man.
Nah.
I grew up in a house with a Native American dad who's pretty dark and a white mom who's pretty white.
So I already know he was talking his shit.
So, like, she would get sunburned every year or stay in the house all year long because she knew if she went outside, she'd get sunburned.
Had that.
You know
Had
what I'm saying?
Had conversations along them lines a lot of times too. But that's just they had to flip it. You have to flip it when you want to be the dominant, when you want to be whatever, like obviously not species, but whatever the dominant ethnicity, because you want to like have it like classism, colorism. You want to make it look like just because you look like something, you fit into a certain type of niche or something. Like you can't be anything above that.
I think
when
it
you're
makes
trying
it
to
cool that they from Mars.
The best thing to do is maybe take the people that look that may be probably, I can't say that, I'm not even gonna try to be biased, but that may have seemed like they have been a little bit more advanced from the beginning, and then you make them look like they ain't shit, and then venerate yourself.
Yeah.
While you still all
I just think it comes down to it's because I'm more handsome than Joe. So
that is not true.
And he gets his feelings hurt all the time.
That is 100%.
It's like you know how you have that option where you're looking at the camera and you can either look at your own face or you can look at the person you're talking to's face, and he just spends the whole time gazing into my eyes. Going, man, I wish I could be different like that.
We're not gonna go over that right now.
I don't even know.
You're my boy, Blue.
Blue.
Oh man.
You know, once I get some whiskey in me, I've been known to spit a few bars myself.
Yep.
All right, all right.
They're not good bars, but they're bars.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, just having the confidence to say it and do it within itself, it says a lot. That says a lot.
Shit,
I'm not a rapper by any means, but I have a very good understanding of the English language. It's been an obsession for my entire lifetime. So word association for me is really easy. That's why I think I could be a songwriter, because just my ability to express words is pretty
Yeah,
unique. It's
yeah.
just my ability or my belief. Other people may
That's always
disagree, but
that's always been something that's always been something that I give all praise of that to my mother, because outside is what I was all around and all that could have became a lot more, but had a good grassroots at home with her. So she always made sure I stayed on top of certain things and knowing, having awareness and just being conscious.
facts.
And and that helps you when you put words together, because when you have a conscious mind, it's easier for you to put the words together, because you already know what someone else wants to hear, because you know what you want to hear.
100%.
True.
So, you guys feel safe?
What happened?
You guys feel safe?
At the
I
moment?
mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
You feel safer what you did when you started the safety meeting? That's the whole point of safety meetings, feel safe.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Just making sure.
feeling pretty safe. Although I feel like something's like at risk and I need to get safer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought he knew something we didn't know. He's like, you guys feel safe right now? I'm like,
Well, that's
all right. Like,
I mean
huh?
that's normally how we start our call offs, our sign off sign. You know, we just ask each other, "You guys feeling safe?"
yeah.
Feel excellent, man.
Can we
Feel excellent.
review? Can we review? Did we learn something today?
I definitely learned something today.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's
I
review.
learned I learned that you should never trust your government.
Seriously.
White people are aliens. Tom Brady sucks. Learned that one.
Yeah, I'm an alien.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh,
Newsflash.
I have the ability to do a pretty decent Arabic voice.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. That was spot on, man. If you were on the phone, no, there's no one that would have told me that they wouldn't have thought.
I learned I have a new friend.
Yeah, what's his name?
Manly.
Nice.
Bam.
There we go. Making friends, people. Making
Bringing my awareness up a little bit, because there was definitely things that you guys said, that you guys touched base, that I didn't know.
Yeah. What'd you learn
Yeah.
tonight, Manly?
A lot more about the stock market than I ever did.
I
Definitely learned a lot more about that in the past week than I ever did in my whole damn life.
know that's fucking right. I didn't ever look into it before this. I'd see it scroll
All we
across the
do,
TV and be like, what does that mean?
yeah, definitely more about the stats. That was what really opened up my eyes. I was like, oh, I didn't see. Now I understand why they just at the surface try to make it seem like it's so complicated. So then you just give up trying to find out what's going on.
Right. It's all about those Fortune 500s, man. When those Fortune 500s sink below 500, that's when there's a real global problem.
Yep.
Yeah, only when their money's at risk.
That's right.
Well, it's all of our money. That's the problem. They gamble with all of our money on a worldwide level.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were even starting to let people, normal people, get into that with like that Forex trading company and everything. Like
yeah.
you could get into the market of buying other countries' currencies. Like,
They got a plan. It's starting to unfold. There's still little bits and pieces, and there's still little bits and pieces.
I don't know. I think if you're smart, you should start stocking up on food now. Bottled water, canned food, things you can store for a while.
But see, with them having this world set up to where we can't never fucking save nothing because we're always having to like live, pay, pet. How are we supposed to save up to have all those amenities?
Stop buying McDonald's.
We're consumers. We consume
That
everything.
like, yep. And that's like when I was thinking about I looked back not too long ago. I was thinking about welfare because me and somebody were having a little debacle about like the 70s, and like we were talking about like the separation of the black family, and like the welfare system was kind of like set in there for them to kind of like try to give women their independence, because at this right time they got the women's liberation going on, so they got women out here acting crazy. And then now they're gonna be like, well, we could give you all this assistance, but you can't have the black man in your house. So it was easy for them to be like, oh, we're gonna kick them out.
Facts. No, that makes sense.
Now, yeah, because now we help destroy the nuclear family, and then once we destroy the nuclear family, that's when we can start having these young kids that are running around here acting crazy, don't got no guidance or nothing like that. They can't have any guidance because their mother can't stay home to raise them because she got to work fucking 4 jobs to take care of them. She didn't even know that she got played at the same time, because now she kicked the man out the house thinking that little bit of extra change was helping her, until she seen that she done had about 4 goddamn kids. Now she's sitting in the house by herself. She don't get time to spend with her kids. So if she's not raising them, who's raising them? The
System.
streets. The school to prison pipeline. Easy. You don't want to go to school? We got somewhere for them to go.
See, you know what the fucked up thing about it is, though? Back in our days, wasn't like that, man. Because you go to the streets and you 12, 13, them OGs going to send you home. They were sending you home.
Yeah.
They weren't letting you, the lights, street lights is off. What you doing out here, little homie?
You never lied. The dude in the neighborhood didn't let you do that.
But nowadays, these kids, they don't care. All right, yeah, here, hold this pack. Stand on this corner.
Yeah.
Like, and the way the system's built nowadays, they giving little kids real time.
Just a little. It's just a cycle. It's gonna keep repeating itself because they have it set up to be that way. And it's like it's so far gone that it's like we just and it's not even just prevalent even in the and it's been prevalent in all communities, but they just always put the black community under the microscope. Like white guys don't be like out of wedlock and they don't leave their kids, and it's just it's just blacks or it's just Mexicans. It's just the Indian guy, he's just a goddamn drunk and he probably just beats his wife and shit. Don't even know this nigga probably an engineer, works a good ass job, but you're looking at him what he looks for and you're just going off that and they're banking off that.
Yep, exactly. Everyone's too quick to judge a book by its cover.
But then don't want nobody to judge them by theirs.
Yeah.
That's the funny part.
Yeah.
See, I don't think I'd fall into the category of any of that. I don't judge anybody by their appearance. I judge them by their character. Usually your first instincts will tell you everything you need to know about that person in 30 seconds of conversation.
It's not true.
Yeah.
First time you ever met me, you told me I was an asshole. And I am anything but an asshole.
I do believe that because of the way they got it set up, I think we all are inherently just a little bit racist. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Systemically learned.
Like we said earlier.
Said a long time ago. Yeah,
it's deeper than
implemented.
That. It's genetic at this point. It's tribalism at its finest. Because ancestrally you grew up, or your ancestors grew up with nothing but looking at another face that was like theirs. So seeing anything outside of that was against the norm. So that's why if you're in a situation and let's say there's 2 black guys and 1 white guy in the room, 2 black guys are more tended to join together opposed to 1 joining with a white man, only because they're going to feel more comfortable. It's like you look at each other and you see it's like a kindred spirit type deal. Like, all right, yeah, no, we got that brotherhood.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it works vice versa with white people, or the same thing with Native American people. Native Americans are big on that one. Like, you know what I
Definitely.
mean?
Definitely. Yeah.
They'll speak certain ways with natives that they just won't speak with their white friends. Certain things I just can't tell you.
Exactly. I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. And it does come from the tribalism of us just looking at someone that looks like us. But then it goes back to all of the scenes that you've seen of people that look like that doing harm to people that look like you. So of
Yeah,
course, so you like, what the fuck?
because
I mean,
just
I'm not mad at the white lady that clutches her purse because all she ever seen on TV was a negative image of me that's been portrayed in her mind. She's never had a chance to really sit down and talk to somebody that looks like me for her to not feel that way. So at first, I am going to be a little like thrown back because I'm like, damn, I ain't trying to take your shit. But then I got to remember, like, Lord, forgive them. They don't know no better.
yep.
Now, if
Because
they know better and still continue to act like that, then that's the problem. But if they don't know no better, we're supposed to try to sit down so we could relearn you, reteach
if
you, so you could do it the right way next time.
because it's just I think it's something that's built into people, and it's everybody. You walk into a room and it's filled with people that are a different race than you, even if it's like, you know, I mean, a different from a different country, they speak different languages. You automatically feel a nervous until you see another face that's like yours, and then at that moment you're like, oh, all right, they didn't do nothing to him. They probably won't do nothing to me.
Yeah, yeah. You feel more comfortable if it's someone that looks like them and you the person that's meeting up with them. Because when you first walk in the building, you might be making your way towards them and you feel in the eye, you like that's like a fly in a bowl of milk right now.
Yep.
Damn. And then you see them, you're like, oh, I'm safe. All right, I'm safe. I'm letting you know that I just ain't no random person that's outside of your culture just walking up in here. Like I know somebody.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
I think everybody in this world has had that situation before in life.
Oh yeah.
Listen, I'm never nervous in any situation, ever. I'm always level-headed, and I'm very, very monotone. You never see my voice change. So I, I go with one of my best friends. He's my brother, my boy Trey. We're working out in New Jersey, right? And we were like 45 minutes out from Brooklyn. Uh, and he's like, "Yo, we really needed to get some bud." So we took a trip from Jersey to Brooklyn to go get some bud, and we pull up to this, and everybody thinks we're cops because they got a black man driving and a clean cut white dude sitting in the front seat, window cracked. Everybody thinks we're cops. Uh,
Yeah.
And
we
just
pull it.
people
We
that
so we
don't
pull.
know, Pat's like 6'4", 6'5". He's not just small average white guy. He's a big white guy.
Yeah, I'm a big dude.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah. See a tall white guy walking around in your neighborhood with a black guy, they're gonna be like, oh, I know these niggas don't think we about to give them anything.
right. They immediately think this dude's the snitch, and everybody's following me. I'm on a street in the middle of broad daylight in Brooklyn. And when we got out the car to head up to his sister's house, you could hear a pin drop, fam. I swear. Everybody was dead silent. So we go upstairs, right? And we're hanging out because it's a sister's place. And then after we get the visiting and everything, they roll up. So then we're smoking. And her mama ended up, while I was hitting the blunt, took a picture and went outside and showed everybody. Well, I wasn't a cop. It was a much different atmosphere when I went outside afterwards. We're
Yeah,
going to the
yeah.
car. Everybody's giving me the "What's up, man? How you doing? What up, bro?" Like, oh, okay, we're cool now. I see what happened.
Yeah.
But that was the only time I've ever been uncomfortable. That's typical situation that was uncomfortable. But only because I had all eyes on me. Like literally, I had a whole city block's eyes on me.
And then
For no other reason than I was just a white dude.
yeah. And you know what's crazy? Like, and the way that you experience being through that situation is it's similar to me going through the same kind of situation when I'm like with this white kid and I walk in this room and it's just a bunch of white people. Like I'm not thinking about them coming at me with and like me coming out with any monster. I'm thinking that they're gonna be looking like, oh, he done brought the nigga up in here. He probably got a gun and some crack on him. He's gonna get all belligerent and want to fight. He's gonna try to snatch somebody's girl because you know that's what they like to do. Like that's what I'm thinking.
Right.
I'm like, I'm walking. You got me walking in with mad targets on my back right now. But I'm like, I already know I'm gonna control the situation because I'm just gonna be me. And then it might even be somebody that'd be like, damn, you know, been a couple times I've been in them situations where I've had someone be like, well, you know, I'm not gonna lie, you know, the way I was raised and things like that, I probably wouldn't even have a conversation with someone, you know, that is of your ethnicity. They try to find like whatever way they can say it so they try not to offend me, but I'm like, you can just say it, like say color, like just say it, like you don't dance around this shit. Now, so I'm trying to get mad. So I'm like, this don't dance around, and we're having a discussion now. Like I wouldn't have had a discussion with a black man. Now I've had one with you. We sitting here having the brewskis. We done blew something down. We're sitting here talking about all the things that we're talking about, but he probably never had a chance to talk to a black guy about that. But we going back and forth, and he's like, you know what? The way that you were saying these things, like, you know, my perception has changed. My perception, that's gonna help me change my perception. Having a conversation and knowing that there is someone out there. And like when you look at someone now you can say, like, if you've never had an interaction that was that great with a black person, you kind of were iffy to jump into one. But when you already had one, you're like, oh, okay, so all right, this is a black guy, man. You trying to do nothing to me, man.
Yo, you remember the black guy that played the detective in Gone in 60 Seconds? Bald black guy.
Yeah. I don't know the name of the actor.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know him either. Yo, so he was on some news podcast somewhere, right? And one of the guys was going in about how white people can't use the N-word, how, you know, it's okay for people to, you know, black guys to use it in songs and all like that, but white guys can't say it. So he just stopped and goes, bro, if you want to say it, just say it. He's like, I'll say it with you. He's like, you ready? My nigga. Come on. He's like,
on the three. 1, 2,
yeah.
3.
Like, yo, that shit made me die laughing.
I would love saying, I'm like, just say nigga, man. You know you want to say it, man. You've been sitting here with me all night. You didn't heard me say nigga about 500 times. I know you want to say it. The song came on, and every time it got to a part where he said nigga, you got quiet. I'm like, it's just a song. Say nigga.
Right?
Feel better now you said it, right? You've been wanting to say nigga all night. Like, I know you've been wanting to. Like, you feel better, don't you? I know. Saying the word nigga makes everybody feel good. That's why I say it.
It's like, as long as you don't come in there with the hard ER at the end of it, you're all right most cases, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's never really been a word that's been in my vocabulary. Because I don't just say this just because I'm in front of a camera. This is just who I am as a person. I don't see people for color. I judge them by the concept of their character. And if you come off as an asshole, then I'm gonna pick up that vibe because I'm an empath and I know you're an asshole. So I'm not even gonna fuck with you.
But you still love
But
me.
that's just based off of the energy that you give me. Just because of who you are or what you look like doesn't mean shit. I'm sure to some people I look terrifying. I'm this big ass dude. I really am. I'm a big dude. And you know, in a room full of little people, they're uncomfortable just because I'm there. You know,
You're exactly right. I could be in a room and start noticing like nervousness or like this fucking 6'6" fucking white dude that's like 275 is like acting nervous around me, and I'm like 5'9", 150 soaking wet. I'm like, because he just got this perception of me already from what I look like that I'm just gonna be like this ultra violent, like super thug ass nigga, like, and that's
right.
Yeah, everybody.
Dude,
always
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I earned my brother card a long time ago. A long time ago. I swear to God, man, I can go in any neighborhood anywhere and there's never any problems.
He makes some really good fried chicken. That's what he's trying to say.
oh yeah, got to.
Oh, I can make me some soul food now.
Just don't ask him to make no greens.
Nah, man. I got the greens, man. I'll do the greens.
That's not my specialty. I cook everything else though. Facts.
that's like the great thing about it, like about life is like I don't understand like why we would even want to like quote unquote like stay with ourselves and like don't want to venture off and like see like different things or different perspectives on life. Like why do you want to keep yourself in this one shell?
That's not what our ancestors wanted. They wanted us to be adventurers. That's why people migrated out farther. They wanted to see more. It's just natural, you know. Shit. That's really why the Vikings went and pillaged all these countries in Europe, because they wanted to see more of Europe. You know?
And it's just like that. You're just kind of like, and you can see it like now, like even back then, like you wouldn't think that like that you did see it as much, like it's like interracial like dating and all that type of thing. Like that's like you're almost like you're just creating you're creating your own storm by trying to keep people away from each other when us as human beings have never been those type of people anyway. Exactly. And then get mad because people are stupid, and then all of a sudden you turn around and you see like every time you turn around you see people from mixed race being together. Like you can't expect for you to try to keep something away from someone and that not take the curiosity away from them wanting to see what it is. They're eventually going to go see it.
Right, one way or another. So what are we watching?
What happened?
He asked what y'all was watching.
Oh no.
It sounds like Ninja Turtles.
It is too. It is
Hell
too.
yeah.
I was just looking over to see what it was. Yeah, it is too.
I heard ninja banish.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I don't know about
Hey,
y'all,
you know, I'm a
man,
90s kid.
I don't know about y'all, but I think this went pretty well.
Hell yeah.
Just want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
You'd be willing to come back on again, Manly, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, of course.
Hell yeah. We could talk all night.
Fuck
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
anytime I get to converse with like-minded individuals and just brainstorm off of different shit, just anything that could just help me just think better about myself and think better about how I could try to apply what I need to do in my life. I don't got all the keys.
me neither, bro.
I say all the time, we're all idiots. Because if we weren't,
yeah.
man, if we weren't, we wouldn't be able to teach everybody something. You can teach anybody anything, or not anything, but there's always something you can teach somebody. Doesn't matter who it is. Like even Elon Musk, man, he can walk in there right now and there's something you can teach him that he's never known before.
Yo, at the end of the day, we all wear many hats and can learn something valuable from each other.
Yeah, and just apply that to our everyday life and trying to look at things from other people's perspective instead of our own sometimes. But you know, as humans, it's kind of stingy about that.
Like,
right.
Like sometimes with racism, we should just look at it as not that dude's racist, but ask yourself, why is he racist?
Because I think like secretly it's
from my perspective, it's different from everybody. Some people say it's insecurities or it's pure hatred, or you know, back when he was 7 years old, there was that one kid in class who used to always beat him up. And he just happened to be the colored kid, so he thinks all colored people are like that. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Usually starts at home first, though.
Maybe we should start to look at it as a sickness, like we do with, you know, mental health issues.
It really is a mental health issue.
Yeah.
Because you really do believe just because you don't have because somebody has a different amount of melanin in their skin than someone else, that just automatically just makes you superior. Like that right there is a mental illness within itself.
Exactly.
You've been programmed wrong. There's a glitch.
Yeah.
Like shit. You know what's funny, man? Me as a Native American, you know what makes the only thing that makes me different from a Mexican person? Their people got conquered by Spanish speaking people, and my people got conquered by English speaking people. It's different. Only difference. Genetically, we're the same. But that's not how the world views it. We're two different sets of people.
Yeah. Got to keep that there. I seen Puerto Ricans and Dominicans fighting. I'm like, I can't even believe. I'm like,
Oh, they're really
we're not like them.
They
They're
think-
dirty. I'm like, what are you talking about? The fuck?
Yo, I lived in Florida for a few years, and you're spot on about that. You do not want to mix up a Puerto Rican and Dominican in the same room, or a Mexican and a Guatemalan. Oh my God.
Nah, yeah, don't. I mean, like, yeah. Gotta stop using that Mexican term so too loosely either, because people be from Honduras, they be from all different types of countries. And they don't play that shit when they be getting called something that's out of their ethnicity.
Yeah.
They feel disrespected. They're like, you should have asked me what my ethnicity was first before you just went off of my looks and just thought I was that.
But
Right.
shit, for some people, that's even offensive. Like, how dare you ask me? You should just know. Well, shit, sometimes you can't tell. There's a lot of people out there look at me and say, yo, this guy's, he's Italian. He's Muslim.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're damned or you do, if you damned if you don't. It's like, they just complain just to complain. Like, they're miserable in life. Like, it doesn't matter what we do. Somebody's always going to get mad.
Yeah, always. That's because there's always that stupid person. Anger comes from ignorance, you know what I mean? That's all it is. You don't understand something, so you get pissed off with it.
Ooh, it's a perfect time to insert my favorite comment. John Wayne said it best. Life is hard, but it's even harder when you're stupid.
Facts.
It's one of the best sayings ever, man.
Not lying. How many times have you probably got into fisticuffs with another man because you guys were having a discrepancy and you were laying down the real and you were in a room full of people and you made him look stupid? So what's the first thing you can do? Well, if I can't out-talk him, I'll punch him.
That'll get him to shut up.
Yep.
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, for years of my life, that was my first offense. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to hit you. I'm just going to knock you out. I win. But shit, that shit really don't work. And honestly, it feels better when I could sit there and make you seem like an idiot for you looking angry.
Yeah.
Like,
because especially when you do that, because you invoke the mode, like it's almost a little bit different than getting beat up and embarrassed in front of people than it is for someone to like almost like you're talking down on them. Like they're the ones that's acting ignorant in the room and nobody else wants to say it. And then you have to be the one to say it. And then after you say it, everybody kind of jumps on the bandwagon like, well, you have been acting like an asshole all night. Now this nigga is high.
Like, yo, I had this dude a couple months ago come down to the house. I was sitting on the porch and I was sitting with my son at the time. And like a week prior, him and his aunt or something, or his aunt had got into it with my old lady. Like she had hit my old lady in the face with a chain. So my old lady knotted up her eye. And so dude come down to the house talking about we jumped her and I hit her. He wanted to fight us fair one. I'm like, dude, I ain't going to fight you. I'm like, what am I going to come down there and fight you right now because I didn't hit an old lady? I'm like, just think about that, man. I'm going to fight you because I didn't put my hands on an old lady. I'm like, you sound like a fucking moron. Yo, that dude left. He left so quick because he didn't know what to say.
No, because it really at the end of the day, it's like, wait a minute, when you really sit and think about it, if I go outside and punch you and I'll go outside and then beat the dog shit out of you, that's just makes it seem like I really put my hands on her.
Exactly.
Why would I be that mad about you saying that if I didn't do it?
Exactly. Like I just kind of laughed at him like, bro, I ain't gonna fucking fight you. But if you come up on my porch and you put your hands on me, I'm gonna knock you the fuck out. But I ain't gonna fight you, bro. You look stupid right now. Like, you out here looking like a fucking moron.
Because she was embarrassed. She got lumped up. So to make herself feel better, now she's going to say that a man did it too. So now they both could be lumped up. She didn't want to be lumped up by herself.
Nah. She was going to stay.
She
was going to stay lumped up by herself.
Damn, that's a toxic that's a toxic attitude. Just to even be like that. She would get her ass whooped by a woman and then go get her man and tell her man that she got hit by a man. So then he could go over there.
Wasn't even her man, it was her nephew.
Oh shit, just a man, period. Because you already, especially someone close to you, you feel like you got a defender. Like a man hit you, you about to go over there and you could potentially lose your life, and nothing even happened to her by no man.
Yeah, and he don't even really realize it, but that's more likely what ended up happening.
You know what
I
I'm saying? That's exactly what could have happened.
I wasn't
to you.
gonna
You
really
ain't
try to
even
fight you. Like if you would have ran up on my porch, either my dog was gonna bite you or I was gonna stab you right in your fucking neck. I'm not fighting you. I'm too old for all that shit. Listen, I got more time than energy.
But I say, yeah, and you fighting over something that ain't even like, man, fuck this, I ain't fighting this nigga. He ain't about to run up here. He run up here, I'm gonna hit this nigga. I ain't even about to waste my time.
I got 12 years for a manslaughter charge. You attack me, I'll get out in 6.
And do them 6 on my head, but wear it proudly.
Exactly. Pat does not agree right now. You can see it in his face. Me and him have different stance points on stuff like this.
Hey man, I just think it's really cool that I haven't had to really talk a whole lot this episode. It's been nice. It is. It's been real nice.
I mean,
Sometimes
Manly
we hit
has
that
done a lot of
part,
talking.
that point of the huh?
That Manly has done a lot of talking.
That's
Oh
awesome.
man, it's been a minute. It's been a minute, man, since a minute.
I'm just saying.
We
I
going
think
deep.
it's.
Wow.
I just think it's awesome, man. Like usually we hit that point of the night where we both are like, so now what?
Yeah, because
you know,
we're going on about 3 hours now.
right? So I'm
So
saying it's nice. It's a nice change of pace. Some nice fresh conversations, fresh perspectives. I like it. I like it a lot.
That's the beautiful thing about guests too, because like like you were saying, like if it's just me and him, it's like we get to that point where you're like, then if you could add that third wheel or fourth wheel in there, kind of the dialogue just keeps going because someone's gonna keep thinking of something else to say off of what someone else said.
exactly.
It just keeps on going around.
Like shit, me and Pat talk to each other every day. Like even if we don't shoot, we still do this. You know what I'm saying? Just not on the computer. We're just
We've
sitting
been doing
there
it for
on
years.
FaceTime. Like, so you can only talk to the same person for so long. Sometimes you need that extra person.
Yeah. Helps keep the creative juices flowing.
Definitely.
So if you're out there watching this, you think you're an interesting person and you got something you want to say, just shoot us an email, hit something up in the comments. Let us know. We'll work something out.
And if you made it all the way to the 3-hour mark on this video, you deserve a fucking high five and we love you.
Yep.
The fucking real MVP.
Facts. You are a #1 fan if you did that.
Definitely. You must either be high or drunk or you just like the content's good.
But I think I might know somebody that just might. So shout out. Thanks, Jake. Love you, buddy.
Yeah, right. Jake definitely will be watching 3-hour mark. He's normally the one.
Man. I don't know where they got those places where you can make like them little trophies you used to get when you played Pee Wee or Pop Warner. We gotta send you one of them shits.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'll deliver it in person. Shit. MVP, 3-hour mark. Bam. Marathon runner.
Yeah.
And man, it's gonna be one hell of an episode to go through to find points to make clips. Whew.
Ooh.
Yeah, man, you got the real footwork.
Yeah, I'll be adding it like a motherfucker tomorrow.
That's a beautiful thing to do though. You trying to take your mind off of something and you doing something that you enjoy doing, you get through it faster than you think.
No, I normally do. Because you know what I mean?
Yeah, because usually when I see you guys pop up and you doing it live, most of the time I'll be at work when y'all doing it live. So then I don't get to see it till like the time I get home. But I'm like, damn, this shit was already. I'm like, oh, then it already popped up. I'm like, they just got off not too long ago.
Yeah, no, we don't ever really go. We haven't gone live yet, but we upload every other day.
And it's consistent.
Yeah.
Every day I know I'm that shit's gonna pop it.
Yo, next time we have you on, man, maybe you can give us a little taste, give us a little sample. What you got?
For sure.
I'd like to hear it. Maybe you could
Sure.
drop some, if you want to, we could drop a link in the comments. Have other people check it out, man.
That's a fact. Definitely. Definitely.
There,
I,
there's
I
there's
like this.
nothing
I've been
there's
thinking
nothing that
about
we
this
need more in
podcast
this world, and
for a
we
long
got to
time,
pick each
too.
other up,
Yeah. I've been thinking about a podcast for the longest time. Was I'm like, damn, I ain't gonna lie, nigga do like to talk, especially when I could be around people that the conversation is fluent and it shit don't get like stagnant. It's like, or it starts getting left field and niggas start arguing, or people can't see other people's views and start
Yep.
all these other problems. So
Or
sometimes you
you
don't
get
even
that
want to
point,
talk to nobody because you don't know what the fuck to say without offending somebody.
right? Or you get to that point where you get too stoned and you just don't really feel like talking anymore. You know what I'm talking
Uh,
about. You're just
yep.
sitting there thinking about what you got in the refrigerator, like, man, I know I got some Chinese in there or something. I know it.
Oh shit. Yeah, I've definitely been there. Shit, I'm almost there now, man. I've smoked 2 blunts so far.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna front. My stomach was on the fritz earlier, but I'm definitely about to eat. That's a fact.
All right.
But this was definitely nice, man. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna have to have you back here
Oh
again
yeah.
soon. Make this like a
Yeah,
Hell
weekly
yeah.
thing.
yes, I would love that, man. That's shit, man. I would love this, man. This whole podcast wave. I think that this is like it's the future.
Yeah.
Yo, are you on Messenger by chance?
Yep.
I mean, we can make a group chat with just the three of us, and we could just do this anyways, just if you wanted to.
Shit,
Because this will mean
I mean, we can still do that, but this is because I just feel like I feel like we all hit points and we all have things that I feel everybody got something that the world needs to hear.
Yep. I think we should do it. A weekly manly night. No homo.
hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate you, brother,
No
man.
homo. Pause for all y'all out there that might start having other thoughts. I don't know why you would when you're just three grown men talking, but I don't know.
Because I'm a weird dude, man. I like to say weird
Just
shit.
just
I
wait,
mean, but
bro. We're going.
it's like this is like society makes it like that. I'm like sometimes even when like dudes say it, I'm like hold on. I'm like
That
I
wasn't
know
even
he said
gay.
it super. It could be interpreted that way, but I'm like no one was even thinking about that. Like what?
Yo, to be honest with you,
sometimes you gotta think if you don't know what everybody else is thinking, so you just throw it out there like nah, no homo. Like don't think that.
be honest with you, I like to just say it just to make people feel uncomfortable. But like, yo, did he really mean that in a gay way? And like, he's just trying to cover it up. Like, because I like to fuck with people. You know, it's just fun.
It is fun.
But anybody want to shout out anything like that before we dip out?
I want to shout out America, man. We're gonna get this shit together, man. Yes.
Hell yeah.
Facts.
The only way we're gonna make it is together.
I go
Yes,
right back
sir.
to love, man. That's it.
Hell yeah.
All right, YouTube. Well,
You already
Manly,
know,
we
man.
appreciate
I
you,
love
bro.
you.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all more, man.
We'll do this again. And for all our people, all our subscribers, all our listeners, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Stay safe. Be good. Be good to each other.
Peace out.